Wherefore art everybody else?
On mute.
What a bunch of scrubs.
You hear that, you scrubbies?
Scrubs.
An absolute diss.
Get wrecked. Okay, so make sure all the bits that I require are ready. Okay, so that's goody gooda. Sup,
Hello. Yes, sorry, I went to the toilet.
Nice.
And I'm also still eating my dinner.
Nice. I'm eating a moose.
What?
A moose.
Oh, moose. What did the moose ever do to you?
They have bigger horns than I do.
Don't think anyone has a bigger horn.
Oh, thank you.
Ha 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 ha.
Novels.
Oh, why do things make it so difficult to cancel subscription?
Because they like your money.
But I don't like them having my money.
And there's the problem.
Why does purchasing of stuff require money?
I don't like it. Can I have things and keep my money, please?
Yeah, I support this. I second this notion.
Well, apparently Netflix doesn't like it.
No. That's true.
I like how they're, you know, when all of their sales went down because people are sharing accounts, the first thing they thought was, why don't we put the price up? It's like,
That's
yeah.
the reason why people are sharing accounts, you dumb fucks.
Because that's going to solve anything. And then people were like, okay, well, maybe we'll make it a different type of subscription where you have Netflix, but you have advertisements. And it's like, well, sure, but do you not think that people are going to think about that and get around it?
Yeah.
Like they already do. Ad blocker.
Hi.
Hello. Has everybody rolled their dice?
I should probably install Adblocker. Oh, fuck's sake. I just clicked close on the Gain Up web browser by accident. I had to load it up. Oh, dumb.
You so silly.
Hey, my hours played is 666.
Oh god. Wow, Rachel.
Rachel's cheating.
No, it's okay. This week it's whoever rolls highest, obviously.
Okay, cool.
It's yeah, it's
okay.
Good. We're going with that one. Sure. Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Absolutely fine. Fine, I'll do that if I can have inspiration.
I mean, yeah. So is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
How it works anyway.
Me and Aaron
I got fucking far again.
rocking the
hell.
bromance.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're going down,
No.
Chloe.
No. Can I give
I'm
it
just
to
gonna get
Rachel
one.
so she can get inspiration?
Sure. If Rachel is amenable to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like inspiration.
So
I think you'll use inspiration better than me.
she is, if my understanding is correct, divvying the opportunity to recap to you as well.
Nice.
Yes, please.
So take us away.
One second, I'm just sending my mommy a text.
Oh.
Loser.
Shut up! I love my mommy!
Love. Ugh.
Affection. Keep it away.
What is this filth?
Okay. We were stuck in that annoying fucking stone labyrinth place.
I was really confused. I thought we had everyone, and I was like, oh,
Secret
And
final
someone else
boss.
joining us?
and then we got all of the ASMR to the door, and then we heard them being like, "Yeah, there's 30 of us. We'll fucking kill them." And then we were like, "Ah, fuck." So then, Anessa and Trafalgar were like, "Let's go plant the bomb." And while they're trying to plant the bomb, some weird dust bird was like, "I can sense you." And then Trafalgar and Anessa got abducted by the smoke dust bird,
Did.
and Lycoris and Brewin were like scoping the place for another exit, but we couldn't find it, and then we got dragged down to like this weird cavern thingy. And then we went in there, and there was a guy, and he was saying like, "Sit on the tablet, because I need my power, but I can't get it without you guys." And then he offered Trafalgar some dust, some soapy dust that's actually like his dead skin cells or whatever. And Trafalgar was like, "Fuck yeah, daddy, put it in me." And then Anessa like bitch slapped it out of his hand.
Yeah.
And then they asked for a riddle. They asked for the riddle, and then everyone gave an answer to the riddle, and he was like, "Well, technically, there's no right answer, but you're all fucking wrong, except Esatari." And then there,
Wrong.
and then there was, a pretty ASMR lady, and she was giving like the love heart eyes to Brewin, but that's the bitch that turned up at Lycoris's master's house. So yeah, and then the guy was like, "I will give you lots of things if you stand on the fucking tablet." Uh, and then he was like, I'll make a pact with Anessa, and I'll give Brewin and Lycoris stuff about their past, and Trafalgar, I'll give you as many drugs as you want. I'll be your super free dealer.
Yeah,
Um,
baby.
and then, um, we were about to decide what to happen, and we had to go to bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'll maybe reiterate, maybe add new information, whatever. Firstly, it has been a hot minute, so I hope you've all had time to think and be punished mentally by all of this. But head to toe, each of you have something or another that can be given to you in this instance, and I'm not going to spoil a single goddamn thing. I will just put out key notes. Top to bottom, Brewin, you having your memories would be a great thing. In this situation, you have nothing tying you either way, yay or nay, to going through with this, other than the possibility of your friends being hurt. Trafalgar, I mean, you got superpowers from this dude. Like, if he's saying, "Join me, I'll give you more," well, there's a big boon for you. And same thing, the possibility of allies being hurt. But by the sound of it, for you, it's kind of plausibly, depending on the kind of power he has over you, or the kind of power you have in regards to willpower, depends on if you're forced one way or another. But anyway, semantics.
It's what's Mummy like RX, what's she gonna do? That's...
Lycoris, you have been told that you could get your past back safely, which you were told originally would be damning to you if it was pushed on you all at once, and that's still a fact. However, the possibility of getting your memories back in a space that is a safe zone in all branches, assuming what he's been telling you is truth, you'll be able to get those memories back and more.
And not die.
And not die.
Nice.
And Nessa, you've had a weirdness with your pact daddy for ages now. He's not replied to anything. You've, at pieces, not felt his presence where normally you should and would. You've been told that he will make a pact, well, he hasn't exactly said it yet, but I will say it now anyway, that he could and would be more than happy to make a pact with you. And given the kind of powers he's given to Trafalgar, though I'm pretty sure for the most part you've not seen the stuff he does have powers, elements of control over life and death, and that he can share that same power with you if you chose.
Wow.
And our dear Satari, the least likely to want to go through with any of this, for good reason, you know at the very least, just by looking at him, even without Tari telling you, he is a nightmare. He is an entity born of dream, manipulation magic, he's an extraplanar entity of some kind, whether it be the dreamscape or something else. But nonetheless, you look at him and you see a entity of fear. And with a vision you had quite a little bit ago by this point, where the things were happening in the dream world, he could probably give you a bit more knowledge in that regard as to why that dream was, if it's real, if it was just some vision of the future, the past, whichever. But nonetheless, if he is what you think he is, and he is a living nightmare, then, well, either destroy him, or learn from him, or run. But the question goes, as we go back into the game, Legion will look over each of you once more, and he will raise a hand and point at you, Lycoris, and start with the statement, "However, you will sit first."
What?
You will sit first on the tablet, as we must first open the way. We must release the Sin Eater.
What? What? Wait, we didn't make a deal with you yet, dude.
Do you say that in actual character?
Dude.
Dude.
Like, I'm a cool skater girl, dude.
I'll say, so you expect all of us to work with you, or just me? Do you need all of us?
He looks over each of you.
Who's
Or,
the most important here?
though the face doesn't have an expression, it's like a steel mask, but it is made of bone. It's expressionless, but you feel a sort of a sense of glee to the question, almost a smile, as he keeps staring at you specifically.
I mean, I know I can read minds, my dude, but it would be preferable if you used your words like a big boy.
You, of course. The rest, I can give you boons. Once the Sin Eater is awoken, and the tablet works, I will gain my status and my power nonetheless. But after that, I will be more than happy, depending on your reactions, to give you
I'm
something.
Anita?
That is a difficult question, but no.
Aw, I thought I had a cool nickname.
The Sin Eater is a fracture. It is a difficult one. But you, and what you hold within your person, the very essence, shall we say, you can help it come forth.
So if I'm the important one, that means technically you can leave all the others alone, right?
I do not mind. Honestly, the only reason they're here is because I can give them something else.
And if I were to say that I'd agree to it if you promise never to give Trafalgar soap again,
He
would you uphold that half of the bargain?
he turns and looks at him, and then looks at you with barely a stare. I feel that isn't a difficulty on my part. Whether or not he touches the stuff, that is the problem.
That's a fair point.
However, I can, if you are feeling truly so sadistic, revoke all privileges he gains from it. He'll still lose his memory as the drug does, but he won't gain my power or my favour anymore.
So he'd still use the drug just with no benefits?
Precisely.
Oh well, at least let him have the benefits if he's going to kill himself. I rescind my prior point. Let him eat soap. I guess.
Let them eat cake.
You
And what about Brewin? You'll let him leave alive, correct?
you see the
And
image
your
of
Fancy pants lady's not going to stop it.
you see the image of her move over, taking steps, kind of like angry steps almost, and as she stands behind him, she goes, "Listen, I'm not going to do it if she will be involved. You know my history."
Hi! Last time you saw me, I was a baby.
He turns around slightly, looks at her, and then looks forward again. I told you, it does not need your input. This will happen. You will suffer the consequences otherwise. And you see as her image, the face turns and looks to you in the corner of her eyes, and there's sort of a face of disgust. And then she turns away and the image that she's projecting disappears.
Wow, I don't think Vantress likes me very much, guys. Sad times.
So Legion turns to look to you again. I never had an interest in him in the first place, to be honest with you. He was just all part of a greater plan. But if I can get what I need from you, then I have no interest in that silly little cult anymore. You see the girl along the left. Her expression has been nigh just blank, and she looks over toward him with a slight gaze for a moment, the narrowing of the eyes. Now, do we have a deal or not? I'm rather impatient.
Give me 1 second to discuss with my compatriots. Close your ears.
I don't have any. But I will pretend I can't hear you at least.
Okay, guys. What do we do here?
What's the plan?
I get the feeling that we can't get out of here because I can't fight, Trafalgar can't fight, Anriel can't fight.
Why can't you fight?
Because he's immune to all of our attacks, remember? You checked him out.
Oh yeah.
He's immune to anything Trafalgar, I, or Anriel can do.
Yeah, let me check again. What was that?
It was all physical.
All physical and psychic.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. From non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
So all the damage that we normally do would be completely off the table. And I don't fancy our chances against him and the pretty girl in the corner.
So what do we do?
I don't really see any other way out of this.
You could always try, nonetheless.
Hey, you weren't supposed
You
to.
said you weren't listening!
I said I would pretend.
Well, keep on
Yeah,
pretending.
Not very good pretending, is it? Stupid bird.
Go girl.
Where did the bird part come from, by the way?
He looks like a bird!
You
He
do.
does. He never looked like a bird.
He looks like a
He looks a
fucking
little
bird!
bit
He
like
does
me.
look like a bird.
He
He
looks like a
definitely looks
floating
like a
man.
It
bird.
looks
He
like
looks like a bird!
it looks like Ghost Rider with a cloak.
No, he looks like a bird.
He's got
No,
a
he
That
bird
looks
looks like
like,
head.
an
he
eye.
looks like Ghost
This
Rider
looks like
with a fedora.
feathers.
No, he looks like a bird.
Head.
Oh wait, when I've zoomed in, he does look a bit like a pirate with a flamey skull.
No,
But I still,
he's a bird.
I still think he's a bird. Look, this pointy bit here. Right, let me draw on it.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Chloe's
okay.
seeing what I'm seeing here. He
Yeah,
looks like a
yeah.
bird.
Carry
Where's
on.
my fucking pen?
Mocking my great enemy. How dare you?
Why can't I draw on it?
Arrow Croc
Here,
is
have you
evil
stopped me from
too.
drawing?
Are you
There,
on the
look.
arrow?
Enemy, it's been declared by God.
Look, that's it. Right, that's not a very good one. Hold on.
No, like his
Same.
beak is that bit,
Hmm.
and then there's the top of his head, and then some fluffy bits there,
Yeah.
Well, I thought this here was his beak.
and there's his clothes.
Where the
Yeah.
fuck won't it let me draw with my drawing pen thing? My drawing tablet. This is discrimination. I thought this was a little thing. No, put it back. And then these are the feathers, right? And then I just thought this was some kind of like capey shit. And then this is his eye.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He looks
And
like
then
a
this
bird.
bit, I don't know what that is. Look at my beautiful drawing.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Look, this is uncanny. Look at that.
He looks like a bird.
Uh,
Oh, is that all the random drawings that I did before that didn't show up?
No, it doesn't look like
Oh, no, wait.
Tokoyami from fucking My Hero Academia. Okay.
He looks like a bird.
I kind of get it,
Sticking
but I
with it.
don't get
he
it
does,
whatsoever.
he does. He is a bird.
Okay, well, let's continue monologue before I go insane.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a bird.
I thought the
The
ear
bullet
ear
wound
comment
itself.
made sense because
Because birds don't have ears.
Oh,
They
They're
God.
not on the outside. They have
They're not
internal
on the
Your
ears.
own cannon.
Yeah, which is what I thought he meant. I'm glad they were on the same page.
Exactly. See, me and Chloe were clearly thinking down the
we
same
were
line
fucking-
here.
we were on with that.
I will give, I will give Trafalgar a little pat on his shoulder, and I guess step forward because there's nothing else we can do here.
Okay.
What? Are you giving him up? No.
Yeah, I pushed him out the board.
It's like, bye.
We give you our sacrifice. Goodbye.
So as you step forward,
No.
He turns a
I'm trying
little-
to look see if I can do anything. I don't think I can.
turns a little, makes a motion for you to go toward the table. And he stands here, back turned to you
Oh
all.
God. Why are you going up to it?
The
Because
image
we got no other choice.
of the witch doctor moves out and comes around to here. The witch doctor, with hand on their cane, holds their free hand forward, the fingers spread and all in this weird twisted form. Like some of the bones in the fingers are incorrect, or his fingers are boneless, and they all curl or twist in a weird malformed way, and makes a sign upward toward the tablet. Legion holds both hands open, spread apart forward, as if waiting for someone to come to an embrace. And as you
God.
walk to the centre, the tablet in the middle brightens up. These runes that surround it, this golden light, starts to light up at your presence. Sit upon the tablet for but a moment,
Oh no.
and believe me when I do say, this will not hurt a bit. As well, it'll be good for some closure for both of us, I think.
Both of
Are these doors all closed? Like, did the doors close behind us?
Which ones? Sorry.
I
the
think
ones
so.
like way back.
Oh, the entrance, yes.
Yeah.
We're basically trapped in here.
Ah.
Okay.
What about this bit? Is that an exit?
That's
I can
open.
see doors.
They're open, they lead to other
Okay.
rooms.
Fucking run for it.
I'll.
What if we blow up this place?
Could work. It's very central, and you feel as if you went downwards. So it could be some kind of central pillar.
Oh my god. I want to blow it up. I want to blow it up so bad.
I will turn and like do like a little salute to the others.
Hmm.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I want to blow it up. I want to blow it up.
I
can't
feel
do
like I'm
anything.
gonna die.
Ah.
Put it on the fucking tablet, I guess.
So as you sit on the tablet.
Oh my god.
Legion
Nothing
tilts his head
happened.
back a little bit, his arms still wide out. You see the flames that are flourishing from around his neck kind of subside slowly. Not enough to show any facial features that might be underneath, but enough that there's just a subtle orange glow. And fire emanates from his fingers, his palm, and then he claps the hands together, and the runes that surround this outer area, can't really see it that well because it's wrong colour, but anyway.
This might be dumb, but can I prepare counter spell just in case I get like the feeling that he's casted a spell that's like really like has intent to hurt her or anything like that?
I'll say no, just because that's literally the whole point of counterspell. You counterspell upon realising something is being cast. So
Oh, it's a reaction, isn't
yeah.
it? Okay. Well, I wanna. Can I get a feel for the thing that he's casting or something? See what it does. Do I recognise the spell?
You can do an Arcana check.
Okay. 19.
It's not a spell. It seems to be a triggering mechanism through magic. By the look of it and the feeling you're getting from it, and the actions he's causing, the flares around his face subsiding to bolster the power of the rune itself, it seems he's giving up life force to cause this thing to trigger, to cause the rune tablet itself to maybe come to life, so to speak. It's got nothing. He's giving it power.
From his life force?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a necrotic spell?
Not necessarily.
Or a... What is it called? A...
Necromancy.
Yeah.
Yes, but sort of no. It has more in lines with form of enchantment.
Do I know what level it is?
It isn't a level.
Oh!
It is literally him himself giving up life force to power it.
Oh. So I wouldn't be able to counterspell it because it's not like a spell.
Tis not.
Just a...
I mean, if...
They wouldn't work.
To be fair, in regards to counterspell and stuff like that, if you're set to it, then you can... I like to expand some spells anyway. Counterspell can be expanded to make stuff like this countered as well.
Yeah.
But I do have set DCs for stuff like this, and if you do want to try cancel it, you can feel free.
And it's like, what are the consequences of it? Because will he get pissy with me?
Oh yeah, immediately. It goes without saying.
Well, you know that it's me though. I mean, it's only thematic, so I could do like a really sneaky little point.
The problem would be that the spell was countered. It wouldn't matter who it was.
Oh no! Now I make it worse for us. I don't know what to do.
Keep thinking. It is on the right track, so I'll give you that. You've at least got that in your pocket.
Is on the right tracks? Oh, well, so I can't. I don't know what to say.
I'm not saying do it, don't do it. I'm just saying these kind of ideas. If you do want to get past this, it's the right track to go on.
Okay. Well, would I be able to like insight check him and see what his intention is around about? Because I don't understand what this thing is. I just know it's some kind of necromancy thing.
At the minute, you've been taking him at as much of a word as you can, a stranger. You can attempt an insight check, but a lot of this is stuff new or generally just vaguely unfamiliar to you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll try it. I'll try and see. I just want to see what happens. 14 is very good.
I will say, as of the moment, he's talked more about the positives that he can give you all. With the only benefit being once he gets whatever he needs out of Lycoris, that's basically his whole point of being here done. He gets his power.
Wait, so he's getting power from Lycoris?
He will get power from triggering this event, it seems.
But he's not told us anything about that.
He's trying to summon or something like that. He said what he wanted.
But I'll say for the insight, the only part of it that doesn't make sense to you is why would he give all of you all of this? In the sense of you in Trafalgar, that's fine. People give pacts like they're nothing, because usually the more pacts you have, the more people that are pseudo part of your power, the stronger you'll eventually get. That's whatever. But Brewin, Esatari, there's nothing really going for him to give them boons.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just shout, wait! And so Lycoris doesn't sit on it or something. Whatever it was.
I will hover above it and just look at her like,
You see a small, bright orange flame at the end of the rune there, at the back, that's slowly creeping around the runes.
Oh, has he already started it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
If there's something you want to say, that would be quick.
What's in it for you? What do you get from making this deal with us? You don't get anything so far.
And I get my full power.
And what would you use your full power for? What's your intention here?
Is that truly any business of yours?
Yes.
Fair enough. Then you can mull over it while I finish the ritual.
What is your intention, bitch?
Do I know anything about the thing he's trying to unlock?
Oh, it's getting closer, it's getting closer, it's getting closer!
That's not bad. So you've heard maybe once before about a rune tablet. Though it's in a lesser variety, in some forms of alchemy and some forms of spellcraft, a rune table can be used to imbue or give greater longevity to any items placed on it. The greater the forge master and the arcanist who was involved in creating not only the runes but the stone itself, the greater the effects it can have. The specific one in front of you, you don't know the history of it, but given the amount of layers of protection and enforced runes around that, this thing has been imbued with enough defenses and extra protections for anyone inside of it that whatever is contained within it is pretty much guaranteed pseudo-immortality inside of it, as long as they're inside of it and it's active. To power things like this, though, requires a high cost in some cases. Beyond that, at the minute, the best you can think of that he would get out of this is by unlocking this tablet, he will learn something, and that knowledge is what will make him powerful. Because if it can do what he's been saying it can, and unlock her memories without breaking her, either that's him doing it or it's the tablet doing it. But either way, it's powerful magic nonetheless. And if there's some memory that she has that he needs, well, then 1 + 1.
He's important. I don't know what to do with this information.
I'm still hovering here.
I don't either. I just wanna. Oh my god. Does she have to actually sit on it, or is it just enough that she's in the circle?
He told me I had to sit on it.
Okay. Does he seem at all when you say he's giving his life force to it? Does it make him seem sort of like depleted in any way that he's doing that? Because even if I can't spell.
Actually, you've got analyze, so I'll give it to you for that.
Yeah, please.
Looking him over, it doesn't seem like it's really degrading him or anything. It seems like anything else, it will drain him a little, but beyond that, he doesn't seem too afflicted. And it seems like with the amount of flames that are already gathered around the circle, he could probably stop, and it would fully connect.
Oh, so am I too late? Oh, where'd you go?
Nowhere?
Oh, it went all weird.
No.
It might have been my internet. It broke up a little. Oh my god!
Coming to the last legs.
I'm gonna like really subtly, like kind of subtly. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Make
I'm
a
gonna do
sleight
it.
of hand
But
check.
I'm gonna be doing it as I'm. Oh fuck Nick! I'm gonna do it as I'm like talking, so it's like distracting him a little bit. Oh god.
Also, what level?
Fuck. Huh?
What level?
Oh. Oh, I've only got third. Third level. Oh no, is it gonna fail? Is it gonna
roll-
be pissy at me? He's gonna be pissed.
Roll a d20.
Oh god.
Let me just make sure of everything before you actually do.
Okay.
+4.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh no, I feel like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna piss him off.
so use whatever your spellcasting ability is. Make a roll with the
Intelligence.
make a roll with that, and if you manage to beat a DC 18, then it will do it.
Oh god. Just a straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to 2.
Mm.
Oh, it was nearly a 17! No, I saw it roll onto a 7! Oh no! Okay. Fuck's sake.
So
While that was going on,
Yep.
could I have spoken to Lycoris in her mind, just saying, if you can, shield what you learn from him while you're in there? Try.
I mean, I can try.
Yeah, just try.
Any inspiration anywhere? No.
I would, but I'm
Uh,
scared that I'm going to need to use mine
I
later.
think that you will
Yeah.
probably need it, yeah. Oh man, well I tried.
so as you cast
God.
in a panic, the spell's effects kind of, for you, they visually waft over him, but nothing happens. And you do see this small twitch in the head turn a little to the left as the spell hits him, but he
I'm looking
continues
elsewhere, like it's
concentrating.
not me.
And as the
That's
flames
not me, that's not me.
gather around the outer runes and come toward him,
No.
he holds his hands toward them and takes a step out of the ring and allows them to connect.
Oh, I wish I had some kind of fucking water spell put them out.
As the flames surround the field, they slowly die down, and you see the runes that are touched by them start to glow in assortments of colours, to the point that each rune has a rainbow colour light beaming out from it. And whether or not you choose to sit or lay or stand, from in there, you feel all of a sudden the magic of the circle that you're stood in. It's like this constant hum, vibration that's running across you, and you kind of like hold your hand up and you kind of feel it as you maybe touch your hand or your arm or face. It's like a small pinprick along the skin, and it's weird. There comes a subtle numbness for a moment, and then you lose all feeling, but you can still act as per normal. And then as you look around, you start to see these little kind of wisps of air moving, as if the air itself is coming to life. Just sitting around.
But
She's just like, and I can imagine her putting on that really pissy face.
Yeah.
And just being like, come on, fucking get on with it. Silly bird man.
Enough of the show.
It's not a fucking bird!
He's a bird.
It's not a fucking bird!
He's a
Um,
bird, that's his eye. He's got like weird, like
It's not a,
eyeliner
not a
that comes
bird.
down his face. Fucking bird.
you can't even see his eyeliner.
Okay, Mr. Not Birdman, carry on.
Oh, that's what the black bit is around his
I'll let you know
fiery
it's
eye.
Mr. GM, the narrator. God. Yeah, the wind starts to, for you anyway, take shapes of ghosts.
Oh,
And
no.
at first they're formless, moving around, performing just normal, strangely spectral things, just moving along the circle, and then as they reach any of the borders, they disappear. There's always the same two people, figures. One really tall, and one really small. As you're looking around, there's this numbness across your body, the lack of feeling. It's a good thing that it's there, because as you're looking around at these things, kind of confused, you then start to see they gain shape, colour, and identity, all but the face. But for you, the appearance is all too familiar of both entities. One, a tall, very familiar sword-wielding man, stood in a lovely grassy field, looking out toward the sky, toward the sun, and then a younger, little, very slightly pale-skinned figure running up toward him, very young. Doesn't look very one way or the other. They're wearing very base clothing that could fit either gender, so it's slightly tough to tell. But they run up toward this figure, gently grasp at the trousers. That figure places a hand on their head and pats very gently. As you're watching, you kind of don't understand it, but you look around anyway. And another two appear. The same two. This time wearing different clothes, seemingly just slightly armoured for the taller figure. The younger one wearing some kinds of baggy but well kept and cleaned clothes. The image is that of a slightly longer haired creature now, the smaller one. And they're moving through some kind of busy street. There's a weird visual and a floating orb that shows the 10 feet radius around them in that moment. They're moving through just a simple street together, meeting other blank-faced strangers. These continue for about 2 minutes, and then eventually the younger one seems to grow quite substantially to about 5 foot as opposed to the 2.5. The younger one and the elder one, both with curved blades in hand, they seem to be training or practicing some kind of combat arts. One that is very, very familiar to you and yours. And as they're practicing and clashing blades, there comes a moment where they stop, and you feel this kind of sensation of joy wafting from it. A homeliness, a familiarity. That form disappears, and then the taller figure is on their own in the next form. They are standing by a small, humble home, a grassy field, a couple of gentle flowers growing. They have their sword holstered onto their side, and they slowly sit down, and their head tilts forward, arms rested in their lap. They raise their head up slowly as the younger figure is making their way, this time about closer to 5'5" in height. They come forth and draw a sword slowly. The hair is thinner this time. And this time, as you look over them and their weapon, the face is still blank, but the weapon has this sinister red glow that comes burning off of it, pulsating almost. The elder stands, looks forward, makes a lot of gestures and hand motions, some kind of plea almost that they're doing. They both seem to stand and communicate for a moment, which is very swiftly moved forward, but it seems the talk itself would have taken a few minutes. Until eventually, the younger starts moving forward, blade in hand, the tip of the blade being drawn across the ground. The image of the area very quickly goes from a gentle sunshine-tipped small home with beautiful flowers to a rotted and dying battlefield. The two figures, 20 feet apart, both blades in hand, and they make their way forward step by step, begrudgingly, to a fight that neither ever wanted to come to. The bodies of humanoids and demons and devils and just creatures of all kinds are littered along the battlefield. But the image focuses solely on these two faceless entities as they get closer and closer, until there's this moment where a step is made by both at the same time, and they go from 15 feet to an immediate clash in the same space. Blades locked. Words seemingly you assume are exchanged, and then blades continue to be struck back and forth with no seeming halting, no deviation in the winner. It sort of moves forward very quickly to both seemingly hunched and breathless, and then the younger draws the blade in front of themselves and looks forward to the older. They hold up their right hand, the younger, and then run it along the edge of their gruesomely bleeding red blade and let their own blood bathe it. A clear exclamation of fear or concern is thrown by the elder, but no reaction is made by the younger. As they close the wounded hand, they seem to fall to the ground, the blade embedded into the ground to stop them falling fully. They then seem to grow these grotesque additional appendages along their back. What look to be bones at first that protrude outward, but then spread out into these massive wings. And they stand again, look forward, twirl the blade in hand once, barely even make a small foot motion before they and their footfalls end up behind the elder, and the blade is turned and jammed through the back of the elder and drawn out in the same moment. With not a moment to even turn back and look, the younger takes one small footfall up, and their wings start to carry them away as the elder lay there bleeding. And as the elder lay there bleeding, their wound is more than just blood and a clear rupturing of a lot of organs. There is a smoke billowing from them as well. As they lay there, they try their best to turn, look up, and raise a hand, and possibly even try to call the one that flew away, but to no avail. And as they fall to the ground, looking up to the sky, the smoke that starts billowing out even further sets ablaze and takes the shape of a mask, the face of a skull with fire burning around it. as the elder dies in place. The younger then seemingly proceeds to carry on slaughtering creatures, monsters, all across what you take to be the Yonima Void. And then they eventually establish some strange semblance of kingdom. A small castle deep in the Yonima Void, where a certain member of the Seven lay resting very deep below the ground. As they establish this domain, they in their, let's call her an understudy, stand and look over the rest of the world and their kingdom with a form of pity. This younger remains there, controlling it, killing any and all who dare to invade or even step a foot in the domain, and drink of their sins with the fracture known as Sin Eater. Eventually, however, the younger falls to a slumber induced by years of pain, loneliness, and a hatred for what they have become. They, upon destroying their master, fell to a silent curse of the Blade Sin Eater, where they have untapped power, and the blade becomes one with them, but they become locked within the Yonima Void. Realizing this, with Sin Eater in hand, they left to their understudy everything that they possess, and one final time drew their hand across Sin Eater, and then buried it into the ground. Then they themselves used all the power that they had drawn from the sins of everyone that they've killed or harmed in their time, and used it to eradicate everything that they were. However, a small spark of innocence that lived within the wielder of Sin Eater remained. An entity that was the most important. The time of the wielder of Sin Eater's youth. And that is where you see your first memory with Ishikio. What's Sin Eater? Chloe.
Uh-huh.
What's Sin Eater?
Character on Coronation Street.
Oh, Sin Eater.
Sin Eater. Yeah. I know it's meant to be Sin Eater, but I keep thinking of Sun Eater. Let me send you
Go.
a picture.
Wait. You said that the master broke down into a man of flames wielding a bone mask.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the guy right in front of me?
Mm-hmm. And then, as all of that disappears, and the image of that faceless younger entity disappears, your first memory with Ishikio shows. And then all the memories that you've been shown so far show your face in place of the young person. And let me just grab something quick. I'm going to show it to everyone because everyone will be seeing all of these with you. If you all look under NPCs, you'll see a very new but old face.
Oh, what the fuck? What? No.
I knew that'd be the
So
reaction.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Hmm.
I'm so confused.
Wait, is that you now or is that you back then?
Back then.
That's me back then.
So are you?
What
Wait,
am I looking under?
that's elder vampire. I thought you were a
NPCs.
vampire.
I didn't think I was a vampire.
Maybe you
So
are.
I
An
am a
elder
vampire?
though.
You're a
Wait,
da-
that's an NPC.
You're a
so is
dampier?
that? Is this going to be like your other self or something? Fucking hell. Are we gonna have to fight elder vampire like Horrid?
you as you see that last memory of the elder version of you, see that as she breaks down into nothingness, that a spark, the innocence that was left, the one that never even thought of Sunita, was never Sunita. I'm hearing it now. Sunita.
I'm sorry.
The one that never even thought about Sunita before. The youth that was Lycoris. You came to life, and you had the good memories before Sunita was even a thing. You are the good that was in the original you before Sunita took over.
What? So we're seeing all of these figures and stuff as
Mhm.
well.
Those
Oh damn.
those figures that are faceless, other than now when you're seeing Lycoris over those figures, are not familiar to any of you. Unless she gives you the context, they are just other people.
I'm looking super traumatized right now.
And as you see those last images and the others just flash by in multitudes around you, revealing your face as the one of that younger person, you feel this sudden pulsating in your chest as feeling returns to you for a moment, and you feel a tenseness around your skull, and you feel your fingertips burn, and all along your back it stings, and you feel your bones tense and sore, and you kind of fall back against the tablet and place your hand on it to rest so you don't fall, and this dizziness just rolls across your head as all of these memories are starting to play and repeat around you. And the one that plays and repeat the most often is of that Lycoris with Sin Eater killing Ishikio and summoning Legion. But then,
Oh my god.
but then your memories start to swirl, because you've been with Ishi for years. He's still alive. He's still alive. You would never have done that. But then as you're thinking it, and everything around you is swirling with these assorted memories, these freeze frames and fast forwards of times you have no recollection of, or some that you do.
And I.
Yep.
I don't see Ishgari at all.
Nope.
What?
The music just stopped me right as you
Yeah, that was very dramatic.
The
I
music.
was like, what's going on?
I don't know what it is with the music whenever I play in D&D, but it's always on time. It's always spot on.
Okay. Right.
I will
The
note.
music is really nice, by the way. I've
Thank
just
you.
been like, normally I put it right down so I could only just hear it, but this is so pretty. Especially with when you were talking about all the figures and things, I was just like, oh my god,
I
this is so
know.
nice.
It's been very
I'm
atmospheric.
traumatized, my friend, but it's nice. It has. I love it.
I will note as well, for the sake of not seeing Ishikari, that you haven't seen you as a child being sent away or being saved by Ishi as well. So like while on this tablet, you haven't seen the memory of you Brewin and Ishkari all in the same room as kids. That hasn't shown either. But that's not to say it doesn't exist. It just seems to be focusing solely on the ones that are important to you. So, as you sit there, pain kind of runs head to toe through your body, and you feel yourself drop to the ground with a full body tenseness. Roll a d100.
Oh god. Is the low number good or bad?
Depends. Are you going to use inspiration on the answer?
Yes.
Um.
Oh god.
roll an insight check on the DM for this one, because I don't really know what I want to say here.
Oh no!
Oh, that's perfect.
Second one, be kind, please. Please.
If only you got 3 sevens, that'd have been great. I can't say. Are you going to use inspiration?
Should I don't know if this is like, is this going down the divine intervention route where a low number is better, or is this going down the other route where a high number is better?
All I'll say is I don't use D100s often.
Oh, Chloe, Megan, what do I do?
What is the problem? What is the problem?
I rolled a 7 on a D100.
Yes.
If a big number is good, I just failed real badly. But if a little number is good, I just hit the jackpot.
What's the check? What was it for?
I collapsed to the ground,
Right.
and everything hurt, and Lee made me do a D100.
Oh my god! But we can see all this, right?
Yep.
Oh fucking hell! So what are you asking us for?
Whether she should do her inspiration and roll again or not.
Oh, I don't know. Oh my god. Ah!
But you want a nice 50.
Anybody else have anything to say on
Yes.
this regard?
I don't know, because we don't know. Can we roll an insight on the
Nope.
team? No! Then I don't know what else we can do.
Go for the low roll.
Okay.
That's the cleric's divine intervention thing, right?
Okay, I'll be brave. I'll be brave. I'll use the low roll.
Okay.
Please don't kill me.
Oh my god.
So,
She's gonna come back as a dark self.
I mean, at least I'd be sexy.
I mean,
This
isn't
is her reward,
isn't-
so she
isn't-
shouldn't die.
isn't that what drow are though?
Shh.
Um.
Oh god.
So as you lay there, head against the pedestal table, looking forward, your already red eyes take on a brighter red hue, and you feel all the memories start to flood. The memories of every
God.
kill you performed with Sinita, memories of every fight, every training moment, every small meal, everything you did with Ishi, even meeting his son. You even remember meeting Brewin, but this was the one time when you were younger, the one where you were all brought together. And then
Where does my Trafalgar trauma come into this? Are you about to show me something horrific that's gonna break both me and my character?
maybe
Oh fuck.
you, during your time as, we'll call you a queen for now, of the Yornima,
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay.
you sired very few people out of believing that none were worthy in most cases. Any who survived the Yornima Void back then, from what you could see in the eyes you had, they were either close to freedom and didn't require your interference, or they were a sinner and they were to be devoured anyway. The first that you ever sired was a young woman with very, very grey hair, more to the silver variety. She had a hand in magic. She was very loyal to the point of a fault. And she had a pet raven. And she and that raven were always together wherever they went. At one point in your memories, you see that this young girl is dying by age. You give her two options. You can either sire her, or she can die peacefully and live free. She takes the sire option because there is many things in the world that she still wants to see, and she didn't want to leave your side. So she is sired. And looking at this young lady, as she is sired, her eyes go from a gentle blue to a pure white, and she becomes very power hungry, and she changes her name to Vantress.
Yo. Oh.
Your second was a mistake. Someone who was being slowly consumed by a rot. A disease that is very prevalent across the world, that is passed through DNA and slowly kills people from the inside out across a handful of years. Some are lucky to survive 20. Others will not survive any more than 15. You try your best and offer them the chance to be sired, but upon siring them, their body didn't have the strength to survive the process. They lasted another year, but they were bedridden the entire time. And the last is a young boy. One with messy hair, a penchant for getting into trouble, but in the cute way.
No.
And he would always run around the castle in the nooks and the crannies, the grates and the like. And you, as the Sin Eater, took it upon yourself to protect him, as one of the only youths in the Yornima to survive and retain their smile, and the power that you needed at the time to keep you from losing yourself to what you were. The only thing that was left keeping you from being lonely. And that child was taken one night by a set of monsters. And yet again, you used Sin Eater to destroy it. And you offered the child the chance, though you were reluctant. You sired him, and he became dependent on the power, and he always tried harder and harder and harder to get more. It became his addiction, and he started siring his own. Eventually, he got to the point where, even with your own ability to resist Sin Eater and destroying sinners, which he had become, there was nothing more you could do for him, as he amassed his own small force to try and rival you. But very quickly you destroyed them all, and with a last disappointed stare, he gave you a smile, and you lowered your blade, and he tried to devour you in turn, giving him a few seconds to drain. You closed your eyes and silenced him. He made his last sin at your hands.
Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Well, I mean, it could be worse. I could always call him Trafalgar if you want.
No!
But yeah, no. The young, messy-haired blondie then stopped breathing. And then, years later, that was it. The other Lycoris could take no more.
Okay. Okay. So I live, right?
What happens is your eyes go brighter red,
Oh god.
your nails bleed red and extend outward into claws. You feel a snap, a break, and then silence as your head tilts forward for a second. And for the rest of you outside, it looks almost as if she dies right there on the pedestal.
Oh. Oh god.
And then an explosion of blood and bone from her spine as those two same demonic wings burst from her back, similar to the original Lycoris. And
Has she got the powers, or is she turned into?
the hand, her left hand clutches very slowly.
Fuck you, Megan.
Ew.
Really okay?
Your left hand closes very slowly as a blade summons itself to your hand. Under other items, fractures, there is a new item waiting. It is not noted what it does yet, though.
So this is my sword.
It's curved, so ignore the fact it's
Ooh.
a straight sword. It's
Look
known,
at that. That's so sick.
it's known as
Wait,
Cedris Sanguinium.
So I
Sinister.
look like old me now.
No, you still look like you, just with extra features.
I look
Can we
like me,
kind of
but
check
more.
to see is she evil now, or is she just got like new powers? Is this like what was promised to her, or what? Can we check?
I will
We
do
just thought
this
she died.
first.
Okay.
As that sword does summon to her hand clutching around it almost instinctively, you will be unconscious for a couple of minutes. But for you outside, you see the wings, the claws, the eyes, the blade, and no manner of hollering toward her that you do in between will reach her. And as the blade appears in her hand, you start hearing the clapping in front of you of Legion as he stands there.
Looks.
Finally, she is back. My lady, it's nice to meet you again. I sure do hope that we'll have a splendid time together. I must thank you for killing him off. My weaker half, that is. Turns around to the rest of you.
What did you do to her?
No, I didn't do a thing, I'll have you know. She's just learned the truth of who she was, and who she is and could be. Whether or not she takes to it is entirely up to her in the future. But with Sin Eater in hand, it doesn't matter. I look forward to whatever bloody destiny she awakens. Meanwhile, I've learned the origin of her and of myself fully. You see, he moves his hand up, looks at his fingers in strange detail, and then slowly curls them into a fist. Now then, does anyone still have foolish ideas about fighting me? I would love to go a round or two, test some things.
No, I don't want him. Oh god. Does he seem more powerful now? Can I use my analyze thing to see if he's got any new powers that he didn't before, or would that be a thing? Because I didn't fully analyze him before.
What's the specifics of analyze?
So
Pick one.
oh god. Just one.
Well, two,
What did I go?
but you know.
Okay. Well, I already found the vulnerabilities, resistance, and immunities, didn't I? Or one of them, whichever it was. Was it resistance or immunity that I found?
Immunities.
Okay. Well, I'll see if he has any new immunities, and I want to see if the creature has an ability that I don't have. That might be something that's come from that. Like I don't know if I can like specify like a recent ability or anything.
Technically no, but for the sake of this, why not?
Okay.
Thank
you.
So, 1 second. Also, there's a fun sort of Easter egg that I have in regards to you and Analyze, because one of his abilities is a spoiler, which I will give for free because you already know who he is now. But his ability, Say My Name, when someone not allied to him speaks his original name in his presence, which is Ishikyo, he loses all of his undead protections and becomes susceptible to permadeath. He has lost that ability.
Oh. So he lost the ability, so it won't work now. So if we said Ishikyo, he won't.
Doesn't mean a thing.
Ah, for fuck's sake! That'd have been well good if we'd have done that before. Fucking hell.
He now has.
Might not pick that for analyze. Before.
He now.
Sorry, carry on.
No problem. He now has pseudo immortality. If he would ever be killed, he instead revives at a location of his choosing on the same plane within a certain number of days, which is a d6 plus 1.
Can you put that in chat so I can read back on it? Sorry.
Yeah, 1 second.
Fuck me. When I said I wanted closure, Lee,
This one, what you had in mind. Jesus Christ. I don't think we are in any position. I am a level 6 thingy.
Again, at the moment, he's got what he wanted. You could all just leave.
I mean, I'm unconscious, so I can't leave yet, but...
Have the flames died out?
The flames have died out. It's just the ring of runes that are lighted.
You've got what you wanted now?
Do you say that?
Yeah.
That I do. I get.
Then we can go.
You could have left when she stepped upon the circle. I didn't stop you.
You wouldn't leave her.
At least you're loyal. By the looks of things, she didn't have much luck with that in her last life. It's nice to know that Ventress was a minion once upon a time. I will enjoy holding that over her. No.
Who is Ventress?
As were you.
She is nothing. She and the witch doctor here, we just conducted ourselves as relics of the three. Powerful practitioners of necromantic power. It was relevant for our individual requirements, but I have suited my needs. Turns to look at the witch doctor's image that still stood there, seemingly unfazed, or at least mostly because you can't tell the expressions. This is fine with you, is it not, dear doctor? The image of the witch doctor turns, looks to him, gives us a small nod, turns, looks back to each of you, and then the image of the witch doctor fades away. Now then, I offer you once again. Do any of you want The gifts I, as an immortal, have to offer?
No. We'll be leaving now.
Can I just ask? They all saw old Lycoris basically raising a child and then having to kill it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just
Yeah.
checking.
We're gonna look after her now.
Brewin
Can
will-
we
Brewin
approach?
will step forward and just say, sure, why not?
Though there's no facial expression, you get this weird feeling that he's smiling or smirking. There's just this kind of feeling that emanates off of him.
Can I just check before we step on this thing?
Mhm.
Like, is it gonna activate anything if we step on it, or is it just for Lycoris?
It seems... Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna straight up ask him, can we go to her without, taking you up on your offer?
We don't have to ask damn permission.
I think you do, though. He's
I
very
hope he
strong.
knows that he will never have this. He will
It-
never have people that are this loyal to
I
him.
just want him to know that I'm not like going over here to sit on the tablet. I'm going to get her.
I've already
Snake.
told him we're getting her and we're leaving.
She ain't gonna rest her booty on that.
He said,
What happened
are
last
you
time?
taking me up? And I was like, no. Goodbye.
Well, I didn't say that.
It only
Well, you
works...
fucking better not go and sit on it.
It only works one person at a time, and with an agreement between me and them. So take her
Yeah.
away, but be gentle. She's rather fickle now.
Am I still unconscious?
Can
Yup.
we pick her up to between us?
As you pick her up and start to pull her along gently, the blade scrapes along the ground, and any attempt to remove her hand or the blade from her hand will be met with failure.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to touch that.
Nah.
I'm
weird.
not trying.
Yeah, our movement will be halved and stuff while we've got her. won't
Don't
it?
worry about that. Just
Oh, okay.
there's no combat stuff at the minute, so it's fine.
Just
Okay,
fucking
I was
drag
gonna
me
do-
away.
Yeah.
I was gonna do like Phantom Steed or something and put her on it or something and.
Hey, if you want to
so
be
we can
fancy.
Leave.
Treat me like the queen I am.
If you're gonna let us take her without spells,
The others
then I'll
aren't
save my
leaving
spot.
though. The others aren't leaving.
The others seem to be like, dude, I want your
Yeah.
magic juice.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, that was sweet. That was sick. Give me
Fuck
some
yeah.
of that.
Give me some of that shit.
I'm going to look directly at Trafalgar and I'm going to say, let's go, and look at his face and see if I can tell if he wants to stay or not. Like
Well,
if he's considering.
Aaron's just BRB'd.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no!
Breeman's
I just saw
already
it, I
said that
just saw it!
Breeman's already said that he's gonna do it. So.
What, he's gonna?
Like, yeah, he just said, yeah, go on then.
No!
Yeah. So I vote to stay for now. But let's just get us somewhere. Not.
I need a nap. I'm unconscious.
Brewen's gonna take his power?
No, Brewen wants his memories.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, but Trafalgar's... I'm not wanting any... Okay, so Trafalgar doesn't want the What about Anriel? I don't know if he's offering Anriel anything.
Nope.
But...
not a thing.
No,
No.
Unreal is nothing.
That's
He's
sad
offering
in its
real
own way.
survival.
Okay.
Unreal's just
well-
currently trying to stay out of all of this.
Let's just take her over here. Like.
Okay, if Brewen wants his memories, then can't really say anything about that. But can we... Before he goes to get his memories, can we just make sure that it's not going to really hurt him? And that's all that he wants. That he's just going to give him his memories back, and that's it. He's not taking any power from him.
Join us. Yeah. Thank you.
As the others clear, I just look at this. I just looked at him.
Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much has the blood and the wings and the claws turned off Unreal?
You'll have to wake up to find that out.
I think he pretty like... He seems like he might be into that kind of thing, so...
He's currently kind of thrown by this entire event. Do remember, he was just a normal bandit about 3 weeks ago.
He's like, holy shit, I should not have tried to rob
Blood
this car.
rituals? Oh my god.
I'm just wanting to like check that Lycoris is okay.
She's lost a small bit of blood from the many areas that have been gorged out pretty much, but she
Lovely.
weirdly seems fine. She's not awake, which is a worry, but for what little you can tell of her, she seems fine. Physically speaking, at the very least. Who knows about her
Yeah.
mental state?
That's why there's the okay.
Yeah. I don't want to. I mean, I don't have anything. I don't think that can help her at the moment.
Yeah, I'm no therapist, but if it was physical problems, I could have helped with that.
Hey, I do have vampiric touch though, so I can kind of like be like, hey, look, it's a.
With the same
I don't know.
girl.
Oh wait, you touched your shadow wreath hand. Oh, it's siphon that's life force,
Yep.
so I can't do that for someone else.
Don't you
Never
suck
mind.
me off.
Wow,
I
she's
would.
unconscious.
Your old self was pretty hot. You know, I'd go there. So
Thanks. My old self was pretty hot.
yeah, but you look like
now I'm
normal you now.
Now
You're
I'm the
old
worst
self
part of
thing.
both.
Connor.
You're the good part.
Okay, let's hear
the good
Brewin's
part,
tragic
that's
backstory now.
Yeah, okay.
Connor, what did you want to say?
Braywan will sort of look and just say, "You seem to be offering, but you seem to get the main gain from my chorus, but it's the gain from me."
Truly. From you I get more details. From her I got my origins. I found the truth of what, where and why I am. From you I will gain your origins. The truth on who, what, or why you are. I know what you are, vaguely. But what you are doesn't interest me nearly as much as what you should be. So I want to know why. Also, I would like to know how, when, and what thwarted the Apex in their youth, so that I might perform it myself. Because believe it or not, you were very, very important to them. As was she. As was little Ishkari. Now, any other questions, or would you just like to step on and find out for yourself? You can indeed, Anessa.
I can do the check.
Mhm.
Okay.
What Braywan will say is he sort of like perks an eyebrow up. He's,
No.
I suppose I shouldn't keep you waiting. This, and I will say that he seems somewhat more hospitable than, well, adventurous.
Actress is a bitch, bro.
Speak nothing of that vile little woman. She is not important here. She's nothing but a secretary, shall we say?
Oh, that's sexist as fuck. That. Glaring at him.
Bray will look a bit shocked and just say, "Oh, to me, she's been, well, the very meaning behind my lack of freedom. And like all things in life, everything deserves freedom, does it not?"
He turns his head a little bit. As a being that was once a mere fragment of another, I would agree. Now do me the honours. Step on the
Which-
platform.
Which, as he starts to say, "Do me the honours," everyone's already walking.
So as you move toward the circle, he barely has to hold a hand up this time and quickly curl his fingers and form a fist, a full grasping fist, and the flames burn in an instant around the outer rune. The outer rune's then immediately glowing. You then feel the same feelings, a sudden numbness across your body, a lack of general feeling, and then, like a script of your life, first you see the worst parts. you see the parts most prevalent that you were very much already aware of. 1 second, let me play depressing music, because apparently that is required.
It is. We want the dramatic music to go with all of these amazing backstories that are being thrown in our faces. It's fine. I want to cry by the end of today. That's what I needed today.
I don't know when it will start, but there it is. Oh, immediately.
Yes.
So first, you see you, as a youth, being introduced to a short man. You're about the same size as him. You yourself look maybe like a toddler, like 3, 4, and like very like snotty, a little bit teary-eyed, and the world is new, it's a little bit scary. You see this man, he's very strong. He looks like the model kind of... Well, if I'm being honest, he's more like a lumberjack, but dwarf-sized. And he looks down at you with a kind of face that immediately brings young you to tears. And you immediately go turning around and running toward 2 faceless people. You grasp at the lower part of the dress of one and lower part of the trousers of the other, and grasp tightly and hide your face into them. They lean down enough and gently pick you up and hold you lightly, and they seem to caress you gently and walk over toward the figure again. Your next image is that of you, again, a little bit older, maybe 7, give or take. And you feel as if there's a few things that have been skipped, because you see yourself now in a cramped space. In front of you is a set of barred doors. Walking by are figures clad in very familiar robes with, for a youthful you, horrifying masks. You're confused, you don't understand exactly where you are, and there is barely any light to see 10 feet ahead of you. The smell of dampness seems to come to your nose, as if you're living the memory, or as if there's some kind of trigger that's rolling in all at once. And you see a kind of like flash of time going along as the image of that space beyond the bars barely changes. You see 1,000 or more figures moving by, walking by, until eventually the image stops with one figure in that outfit with the mask moving toward the cell doors. The masked figure tilts their head, grabs at the bars to try and frighten you and make this sudden jumping motion toward you. Whatever age you are in that moment, you fall backwards, and then the figure moves off. But as they move away, there is a glowing figure behind that, about 10 feet away. The hallway is as dark as it ever was, and it's like a never-ending abyss. One of the few things that you're actually able to see on a day-to-day basis. The never-ending darkness is now beautifully coloured by bright golden light. And time shifts more and more, figures move by more and more. Each and every day seems to be worse, as figures come in with assorted serums and strange coloured drinks and food. But each and every day, every time someone walks by, that same light is there, and each and every day it gets a little bit brighter. And then a tall, elderly fellow with a massive hat comes by. And then it's just blackness for a while. And then flashes in between the blackness. You see yourself in a reflection in water. You look maybe about 10 years younger than you do in your current state. You see these beautiful shining lights in the reflection of the water, and as the image of you turns and looks up, you see the roof that is littered with these silver leaves that are just stuck to the roof almost, that then turn into orbs of light that drift down slowly. You turn back to look into the water and your eyes are dimmed. And this begins the period of your life where the worst things that could happen start to happen. You are day by day shown to this elderly figure, the tall standing one, and every day you are hurt in one way or another, until eventually you become numb to the thought. But again, every day the light at the end of the hallway and the lights on the roof. And then one day, when you're let out for more pain, there's a strange moment where, when you see the figure ahead of you, this elderly figure seems maybe about 60, later 60s. And as you're brought before them, it's almost like your entire body just moves on its own, and you look up as this figure in front of you has a blade in hand as they're moving toward you, about to finish the job. You motion your hand forward as if to reach for them, and a pure pulsating silvery gold energy starts to burn from your hands and forces them back straight into the wall behind them. As you look over toward them and then at your hand with confusion, you see the figure seems to age 10 years or more, and they grow wrinkled. They look toward you with the most devious smile and are clearly chuckling sinisterly. That day blacks out, and you think the next image you see is you waking up, but the space around you doesn't make sense, as it is all darkness except for one drifting ball of light that starts floating around you, and your eyes are attracted to it and you start to follow it. And then it suddenly gets out of your periphery, almost as if you can't move any further, and it appears again to your right as a person, the same one you've seen in one of your dreams. They stand, gently place a hand on your shoulder, and though none of you will hear the words, you find yourself saying the words very quietly out loud. I am always here, and I always will be. And that image fades. You find yourself in the cell again, but this time laying down, looking at the roof filled with these wondrous silver little leaves. Once again you are taken out and shown to the elderly man. This time you are restrained, but this time as well, you have this sensation of being awoken almost. And wings just burst out from your back and throw off your restraints and those behind you into the walls. Once again, the old man, staring forward toward you, is chuckling and clapping, and as you look at your hand and you throw it forward with pure ferocity, nothing happens as he looks toward you. You then find yourself unconscious again, and day by day by day by day by day by day, it's the same things repeat. You are forced to summon your wings, in front of the elderly man who laughs each and every day until eventually there's nothing new you can show him. And then they begin the next phase of punishment. They begin injecting something into your system, as well as feeding you strange things. Once again, the feeling of being lost, trapped, loneliness, it all settles in. But the lights are always there. And you always have that moment, that split second, where you pull yourself back into sense again. And then they introduce a few other ASMR to you, and you are told that you will be one of a select few that can help bring forth divinity once more. But they specify that the others are not like you. You specifically are favoured. And they start to feed on that a little bit. They start to try and feed your ego, while also still dosing you and trying to make you suggestible. Eventually, this reoccurring pattern, it becomes the same every day. You maybe see the other ASMR once a week. You see that they also are pressured, changed, altered in some ways. Eventually, they stop. And while you, laying on the ground looking up at the wondrous silver leaves, are just hoping for something, an end to whatever this all is, or maybe even a beginning of something new, a explosion is heard. You sit up. A ton of these black cloaked figures go running left, go running right, they go running toward the abyss. You see body after body be slammed into the ground, cut through, or blasted by intense force through magic. And as you look forward, you stand up, kind of grab the bars a little, and you see a very familiar looking stout figure, as well as a Shikyo, charging in, taking out everyone that stands in the way. You feel a small bit of light in you grow, and even with the physical and mental numbness, and the stout figure goes running toward you with a flurry, a smash in the face, a slash across any who stand in the way. The words come from your mouth yet again. Step aside, we will save you. As he grabs at the bars, pulls with such ferocity, you see veins bulging in his head. You see redness come across everything, and the already thick musculature that he had somehow gets bigger and stronger, and he rips the bars open, looks at you, holds out a hand, and you take it. And you start running. But as you're running, you feel something hit your neck, and your vision drops and flickers in and out, and you are being held by a strange garbed wearing figure, which you now know as Ishi, with Merrick standing behind, slashing through any that come your way. Merrick places you outside in the care of a figure whose face is blanked to you. They're wearing a long cloak, which looks slightly familiar, but you can't place the design at the moment. Merrick comes charging out. You look toward the void as he comes running. He comes charging out, throws a warhammer up at the roof of the entryway, and causes to collapse in front of him. He runs over toward you. You don't take in the words that he says as your vision flickers too much, but you take it to mean something along the lines of "you're safe." And from that point, you see the same events you've already seen, or have been told about, where you, Ishikari, and Lycoris are brought and sent away to separate locations for your own safety. But there is more. There's some time between who you are now and between being saved then. In that time between, you lived in a place called the Everlast Village with Merikan gone. Of course, you do have those memories. A lot of them are plain and simple, you being taught to be proper, to fight. You learned more the ways of magic, which Merrick didn't dismiss. He saw that glimmer in you, and time after time, you would see him pat you on the shoulder and tell you you've done well. But at some point, you leave the village for basic routine, looking maybe a handful of years less than you do now, with a much thicker beard, collecting small necessities. You come by this spring where a tree bearing beautiful silver leaves grow, though as you go to pluck one, the tree itself shaves its leaves off immediately, and you look up. In front of the tree is that same figure that kept the light in you alive as they stood in front of you. They look down toward you. They hold a hand forward, hovering above your head. And the next image you see is just that figure becoming one with you, your wings bursting forth. And then, as if you of that time having a realization, your eyes open wide, your irises silver. You then turn back toward the village, and the village itself is gone. You are not sure how or where, but it's gone. You, with your wings, fly up. You fly as high up as you can towards the sky, toward the clouds, and look down upon the world. You look over your hands, close them slowly, and then you fly off into the distance. And year after year, the time speeds, and you find other ASMR. You give them safety from the world around you, from them. You do the best you can, and with the newfound power you were given, or better to put it, the newfound power of yours. As along this journey you come to find that the power is known as Gabriel, the power of the original, your power. You, as a descendant of angels, happen to be one of the very few that is pure in blood. You have no memory of the true form of your parents, as at best you can remember their faces, maybe. But beyond that, everything else was a bit before you were capable. But your parents were both pure blood angels, and so you too are pure blood. You travel the world with a powerful silver and gold spear and save any and everyone that you can from the Apex and from any other terrors of the world. Though at one point, and finally, you found the base of that old man, you go and you destroy everything. And when finally he is the last that remains, stood before you, that sneer and the horrible smirk across his face, you lean to strike, and instead you feel everything go black. The spear disappears from your hand. You fall forward, the shimmering, full-bodied armour and wondrous helm across your head, and beautiful silver wings that lined your back with golden feathers. You fall forward to this fellow, who, as he looks down at you, as you fall to the form that you are now, you see as the golden and silver light starts to fall out of you and turn to silver leaves. You look up at the man, and with the remaining power you have in your eyes, you see the form of a devil, a monster. And with blood-red claws, pure red and black eyes, and the look of just pure sedition and hatred for you. He throws his hand forward and you are thrown backwards a multitude of feet. He then starts walking forward. The form of his bishop's robes break away, and in its place, a black and red set of armour, almost like an antithesis to yours. He starts moving forward, looks down toward you, slams his three-toed feet, or a foot even, onto your chest, and throws his hand down in front of you. And as he's about to perform a final blow, a blast hits him in the shoulder. It makes nary a difference to him. He doesn't move a slight. He just grins widely, turns around slowly, and then one hits him in the side of the face, and he winces a slight. And as you look ahead, you see the three figures yet again. Merrick, Ishi, and that other figure. And he goes charging toward them. In that same moment, the figure you don't exactly recognize carves runes into the air, and you sink slowly into the ground as a teleport spell at a radius is cast around you. As you, in that form, awaken, you awaken in the Everlast village, lying on the ground with this marking along your back and your memories muddled. And all you do is look at your hands that are covered in silver and gold, almost like blood. But then as you blink, they're gone. And you faint in that moment. And the rest is as you remember it up to this point. Is there anything specifically you would like to know?
What the fuck? I've got two questions.
Mm-hmm.
One is a joking sort of question.
Mm-hmm.
Was I literally fighting Satan?
No. Though close.
Okay, but the second serious question was it a descendant or minion of Lycoris?
The devil-like person?
Yeah.
You don't see similarities.
His eye.
As well, I'm revealing everyone that was in his recollections. They each are in Ginasta, either Apex Home or immediately in Ginasta. So yeah, do we have anything else? Or would we like to enjoy the atmosphere?
Is this the other thing I will ask? Actually, is you partly threw me at some point.
I'm good at that.
You said it felt like I was aging for years, and at a point I was 10 years younger than I am currently, laying in the cage. Yes, is that right? How does that come into what was told originally of Lycoris remembering me as a child being carried by Merrick, unconscious?
Because you all were brought together. You, Ishkari, and Brewin. You, Ishkari, and Lycoris. You were brought together.
But you said I was a child back then when that happened. But you said I was 10 years younger when I was still at the concentration camp before I got rescued.
Yep. I know where you're going with this, but yep.
Okay. Where does the time travel come into this?
It doesn't.
Did I fucking frame?
It's all missing memories, my guy. And iterations are different between you each.
Nice.
Yep.
What's an iteration?
Version.
Okay.
So she saw you as a young child, as well as Ishkari. You saw you each as the appropriate age.
Okay.
So what was the appropriate age of me when Brewin saw it?
With you... Sorry, I got to put my memory to this. So, Brewin would have been about, give or take, 9, 10 or so when you'd first encountered him before being sent away. You yourself, age-wise, that it doesn't even bear thinking about, but you would have been in about the same visual age range. But because you are what you are, it makes things very difficult to specify. But you'd look like a child, long story short.
So why did I see myself as a baby in my vision?
Who knows?
What the fuck, bruh?
Different versions.
Okay, that's all the questions I got on that front.
I want to know what Trafalgar's doing.
Alright, I'd say let's carry on with the spiel you have shown.
I mean, that's the spiel, unless anyone has questions. So,
anyone else questions?
Does anyone have anything they want to say in regards to his stuff, or anything they want to ask or do?
Don't think so.
Okay.
I've got one last question, actually.
I just realised I was muted, I'm sorry.
The figure that merged with me, relative or myself in a future tense?
Nope, it is... How do I... It is literally a personification of your power.
Oh, okay, yeah, I understand that.
It's there specifically to aid you and make sure you stay steady and guide you to become stronger.
Fair. Whatever.
Can I take a look at the nightmare dude?
Mhm.
What is he? Is he Ishikir?
Uh,
Should we call him that now?
No, he's
mm-mm.
Legion. He's Ishikyo's evil side because
Mhm.
he's a sun-touched elf.
Mhm.
Ah, right. Okay. So Legion then.
Mhm.
So Ishikir is gone. He did.
No, he's not gone. He still remains in a small fraction of Legion.
Okay, well, we'll just have to try and appeal to that side at some point then. So, did I see, or can I see now, if he seems more powerful or at all now that there are Bruin's memories as well?
No.
Not at all.
He seems intrigued, but
So
beyond
what
that.
did he get out of that?
He wanted the knowledge, didn't he?
Mhm.
But what would he do with the knowledge of Bruin?
Good question.
I wanna
Get it.
ask
I like to know stuff. I don't find anything suspicious in that.
I drink and I know things, hey.
But I want to know. I just want to know what he'll do with that information or why he wanted it.
So what do you do?
Why did you want
Well-
the information, dude?
I can understand her.
He said that he didn't actually
But-
care about any of the rest of us. He only cared about Lycoris. He was just kind of like
Yeah,
offering
but-
it to the rest of us.
But why would he help him?
Because he wants to know.
So what do you ask
Well, I'm
specifically?
still going to ask him. I'm going to say, so I understand why you wanted information about her. But how does he help you? What do you get from knowing his background?
You're telling me that not only me giving you the gift of allowing you each to tap into untapped memories, but also to fulfill something of a requirement for knowledge, that you want to pester me to ask my motives in understanding of his existence. I must say, if the fact of knowing he's a pureblood doesn't stir something in you, then I truly have nothing better to talk to you about.
That's why his blood was so tasty.
But I want to. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I remember that blood. Ooh, yeah. Okay. But if he doesn't want his blood, then what does he want from him? I just wondered why that information is important to you, but that's all.
There are not
Just
many.
wondering, bruh.
There are not
my next
many
question.
purebloods.
Tasty blood.
Not angels, anyway. The information is interesting because it makes sense as to why that fossilized devil wanted him now. And like I've already stated, I could care less about their motives. But if finding out that getting their hands on him means they get what they want, that means I have another reason to destroy them. Now are we squared?
Okay. Can we leave now?
Am I made unconscious by the oath, or am I just fine?
No, you're fine.
Oh wow.
Do I hear this by any chance?
Them talking, yes.
I'll just sort of like walk by nonchalantly, but at the same time, I just look and just say, "Oh, I do appreciate the memories being returned and pieces putting together. It would seem that I don't really have a reason to be suspicious of anything else about you, really."
Roll a d100.
Oh no!
Roll a d100, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not just me.
Oh,
Oh, big number.
So, as you walk out of the circle and you say all of that, you suddenly feel this light sensation along your body as if you're floating, but it only lasts a split second. And then you feel a light weight on your right shoulder, and your heart just starts to feel full again. And there's this small moment where you kind of feel yourself kind of about to gasp or need to, as if you're taking a very sudden, deep breath, but you kind of stunt it. And for the next forever, until you die, permanently die, that is, you can use your wings whenever you want.
Oh.
There will
Hey,
also
Rachel.
there will also be
That's what
something
happens
else, but that's gonna have to wait.
That's fine. So to a degree, that free piece of the knowledge that you're giving me now, which is free, is Radiant Soul is now permanent, and I don't have to.
It's no longer a time limit. You can bamf it out
No.
whenever you want.
Okay.
Wait, so I get trauma and he get movability.
For starters, you rolled low, lady.
You rolled real low. I
Ah!
want to know what the alternative was. Also,
What was
before you
gonna
did
happen
that,
if I rolled well?
Do you
Wait,
really want to know that?
so
I
before
do.
that,
Mhm.
Lee, can I just get one thing clear?
Yep.
Radiant Soul is now just the toggle now, right?
Mhm.
Okay, sweet. Okay, nice.
Wait,
Before you did that, I was going to roll an insight on Brewin, or ask if I could roll an insight on Brewin, because it seems like he's sort of like got this kind of like, oh yeah, thanks for that,
Nonchalant.
haha, I'm fine.
Go for it.
I wanted to see if I can roll an insight check and see how he actually feels about it.
Go for it.
Okay, thanks. Because obviously, can tell Lycoris is gonna have some fucking trauma, but don't know about Brewin. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Insight on Brewin. I'm rolling shit today, so yeah, it was shit again.
General mannerisms. He seems like Brewin.
Well, yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I've seen all my memories, whatever. There was a moment where you could kind of like see a little bit of change, maybe tenderness, a bit of worry in him watching the memories, but that's about it. Like, when he's moving out of it, he seems to kind of just like, just take a deep breath and kind of like shrug it off. Not literally,
Yeah.
but
I can't tell,
yeah.
really. Okay.
Was there another question? I feel like there was another question. No? Okay.
Connor?
By me?
Anyone, to be honest.
I really want to know what would have happened if I rolled high.
Well,
Yeah, I do as well. I don't know what the alternative was.
the way it would have worked is, I'm not telling you the specific numbers, but rolling low, you were forced to hold Sunita, which causes hell on your body. You go KO'd for a bit. I won't tell you the rest for a while. If you rolled high, you take the memories in. You will still be knocked to your feet, but you'll be conscious. And one by one, you'll slowly regain power over your form as the Sin Eater. But in this case, it was all forced onto you, so it knocked you out. And there
But
will...
I can still hypothetically get around this, right? I'm not just doomed forever now. I don't like that tone of voice. Okay, is Trafalgar taking the drugs?
Yeah, what
Don't
what
do
are
it.
you doing, Trafalgar? As everyone else has
God,
finished their little bits, Legion's kind of just stood there, staring forward at the moment.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
He turns around, looks
Just seem like
towards you.
chorus turn into a vampire lady. No, I'm not taking. Good things have not happened to people who have.
It kind of
Never.
cut out.
It cut out. Aaron?
All I heard was good things have not happened, and then it cut out.
Well, I mean, that's true as
I
well.
assume he doesn't want to take the drugs.
No deal.
Deal or no deal? I'm sorry, no deal, Legion. It's like, well, here's what you
Good.
could have won.
His whole thing is like not wanting to remember shit, I suppose.
Yeah. I was ready to try and suggestion him. If he said, yeah, I'll have the drugs, I'm like, I suggest you don't take that. To see if he did.
He looks down at you. The flame flickering once again. Like, apparently like fucking bird wings behind his head. And he just stares. I would pretend to be disappointed, but I have far exceeded the need to worry about such things now. Do remember, though, if you take any more, it doesn't matter what you think of me or my deal. You'll be back in my clutches. And though this has been a tat situation on your part, I will get something if you do it again. So behave. You're under the watch of someone that used to be called the Sin Eater now.
Fuck's sake.
Let that be a warning to you.
Mummy Lycoris will get you.
I can't fucking win, can I?
No
However,
drugs for you.
if you do decide to take it and you want to become a man worth any of the salt you've been pretending you are, come and find me. And I will make you a monster. Someone worth being feared and respected in equal measures. Now then, turns around and looks over toward you all. I'm done here. Are any of you
am I
wanting to leave? And you,
Am I still unconscious?
you,
I rolled really low on a medicine check, but I want to give you the potion anyway.
the potion
Just to see.
does not change anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I use my lesser healing potion.
I was gonna
Just
say,
to see.
I'd already checked her like physical state.
Yeah, but I just wanted to see if it would stop her from being unconscious.
Your eyes do start to flicker as Brewin leaves the circle. And then you're kind of just in and out of consciousness for a couple of seconds. And then as he says, do you want to leave? Your eyes open again and you kind of force yourself to stay open, keep your eyes open. But as you look
And I-
out toward him, and you look out toward the others, your eyes slowly scanning, and then you turn around and see the two behind you gently making sure you're sat upright.
Oh, just want to eat us now.
You
Take the blood.
you have this mixed feeling about them now. There's there's still the knowledge that they are trusted people. They're your friends. They matter. And you're not going to do any immediate, oh, yum yum, I'm going to eat you now. But there is also this very quiet sense of fear. Not of them, of what you could and most likely will do to them if you don't temper yourself. You look down at your hand and you see the Sin Eater. What do you do when you see the blade? What's the first thought?
I'm gonna try and drop it.
Okay. So, you pull your hand away, letting go of it, and as the blade drops, it doesn't even clatter to the ground, it disappears immediately. But then
Oh.
you feel it within yourself that that did nothing. The blade's gone nowhere, but its physical form is gone. There's something new inside of you now. You feel it in your very blood, your soul. You kind of have these new sensations all across your body. And as you become more aware and more awoken, look over at your nails. You feel the sensation in your back. Even your teeth themselves feel sharper. You. Yep.
Do I want blood now?
You don't feel like you do.
Okay.
You can sense from Anessa behind you her heart beating though.
Oh.
And it does throw you for a second. But there's no immediate, "Ooh, I must kill and drink everyone's blood, yum yum." No.
Do I have the strength to stand up?
You place your hand on the ground. There's no shaking, there's no resistance. You stand very slowly. The wings furl and sink back into your spine. And there's no pain. You wobble for a second as they retract in, as you're not used to the sensation yet. But you stand
That
up.
would be pretty gross.
I put my arm out to support her as well as she tries to stand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna take it, but just because I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna bite someone. Can I very shakily walk towards Legion?
Mm-hmm. As you stand, he looks toward you, arms opened.
Oh, the music. Like, oh, what would she do? So good.
I want to look at him and see if I can sense anything of issue left in him.
You look him square in whatever equivalent to eyes he has.
Bird eyes.
No.
Captain Birdseye?
No, don't start that shit. I'm watching you
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Squawk! Squawk!
There's tense music. No Captain Birdseye.
Okay, Karen.
Fucking Captain Birdseye. Fuck you. He's one of my big villains. Fuck you, Captain Birdseye. Anyway, with arms open, looks down toward you. You don't sense a thing coming from him. However, there is a heartbeat. And if he's supposed to be a demon comprised entirely of fire, why does he even need a heartbeat? Especially an immortal.
Whoa.
Is he gonna let me touch him?
He's got his arms open.
I want to reach forward and put my hand on his chest.
So, you look at him, keep your eyes in contact with his. Your fingers slowly move forward. The nails curl against the chest plate. The fingertips touch gently.
Rip his heart out.
And though it's very faint, and the pulse is every couple of seconds, like 5 seconds, every now and again you just hear doof, doof, doof. And still looking in his eyes, there's that moment where the heart beats, that for you, the image of Legion breaks away and you see Ishii behind it.
Oh no.
And then it returns to what it was. What do
In
you
the
do?
split second that she sees Ishii, she'll lean in, but then as soon as it becomes him again, it's like, what? No. Oh, fuck.
You killed him.
Oh, you little bitch.
He will not
you,
return.
him.
He's not dead.
Neither am I. Nor am I alive. Do you see the duality in our existence? What I am is the greater fraction, and he is now the
Incorrect.
demon, lurking within my veins.
And just like I released you, I'll kill you and I'll release him. It's only a matter of time.
You seem to forget. Sin Eater is what brought me to the world and killed him. It cannot do the reverse. Sin Eater can only consume or free evil, and I guarantee consuming me in my entirety will sunder any chance you ever see him again. But feel free to try. I would love to clash blades as you once did with him. And I was always so jealous of the little sparring matches you took with him.
Talking about the past him as I was, right? There's still a bit of him in there. There's gotta be.
I'm gonna just like claw my nails into his chest.
It goes through the armour he's wearing, but then you see fire start to burst out of the holes made by your nails, and it singes a little bit. But then it goes no further, as if you've met a wall of resistance. He looks down, still staring into your eyes as you do so. How long do you keep your nails there, for the sake of damage?
I'll keep him there for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Just to make a point.
Yep. And there's your damage.
I could do that.
Your hand is seared and it burns, but you keep your eyes locked, and you feel as if you're ever so closer to his heart. But there's an impenetrable wall in the way, known as Legion. But you know for one thing, when you finally figure out how Sin Eater works, you'll find him, and you'll carve the facade known as Legion from the body of Ishikio, and you'll have your master back once more. And I don't presume, but you'll have the opportunity to apologize for the person you was, and show him the person you are. Legion moves his arms down about the 2-second mark, noticing you are still intending on piercing his flesh, or their lack of. And when you finish, he just turns his gaze away and looks toward the door, the front doors, and you guys hear the sounds of bolts being undone and the doors opening to the entrance of the cathedral. He looks down at you, but he says it to everybody. You are all freed, in memory or otherwise. I give you one last chance, each. Sit upon the tablet, or accept my bounty. And if you do, like them, you'll uncover something. I am powerful now, and I don't care what you think of me, enemy or otherwise. But surely you would not spit in the face of a gift such as that. But if I am truly so detestable to you, get out. Now.
Leave right now.
I was just gonna start. No.
I'll turn to leave, but just before I leave, I'm just gonna ask very quietly. And why did I kill him? What sin did he commit?
Oh.
He doesn't look toward you, continues looking forward to where you were. Everyone make an insight check.
Oh. Okay.
He's gone.
Absolute balls today. Jesus.
Hope to be another thing.
Nice.
Trafalgar gets some secrets. Bye.
Oh my god!
Hello.
Hello.
So, as she asks, and he's still staring forward, the head turns just a little bit and looks toward her. And you see the split second where the side of the face where flames are eking and bursting forth, that they dull, and you see a pale face underneath. And you see what looks to be a very small tear that rakes down the face and then is extinguished. It seems like the next thing I'm going to tell them is Ishikyo speaking. So, just enjoy that, because they're not going to know it. Let's go back.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
I should say no more.
he says, he committed the sin of standing in the way, even though, at the time, it was the right thing to do to stop a greater sin. And as he says that, his form from legs upward starts to turn to smoke and billow away. He will be here for at least another 10 seconds. Does anyone have anything they want to ask or say?
Everyone will just say, well, if you ever do destroy the Apex Faith, feel free to let me know.
I want to say we'll see you again soon, but as the real you, not this facade. For her. And I'll point out like Horace. I say it quick though, so she can say something if she wants to.
And I'm just gonna look into his eyes. I'm gonna flash him a smile, and I'm gonna pull forth the blade and just sort of like tap it.
So, to Brewin. And if you ever so happen to see the preacher again, call my name 3 times. As long as she is there, I will come along.
Why is that obsessed with me?
He's so obsessed with you.
In regards to you, Anessa, he just stares. And then when
Don't
Lycoris says that, he looks down into your eyes after staring at Anessa. And as the form is breaking away the pauldrons, breaking away the side flames of his face, he continues to stare until he fades. Until
Give him the finger.
I'll stare him out till he's gone.
the form disappears.
As soon as he's gone, I'm gonna scream really loudly and just throw whatever is the closest to me across the room.
I feel like that's Rachel's reaction, not just like Horace.
Mhm.
I'll put my hand on you.
You see the figure
It's like-
that's been sat quietly in the corner of the room comes walking over. Stands beside you, Brewin, as they go to comfort. And she, quiet as a mouse, as always, while stood beside you, mutters very quietly, "Now you know. What will you do, brother?"
Oh!
Not in a literal sense.
Brother in arms, not like
Okay.
we came out of the same for Luffy.
For Luffy.
Oh god.
For Luffy!
Brie will raise an eyebrow and just say, "Those who have wronged many innocents shall have their comeuppance, and at least now I know what I want to think about planning to do."
She nods and reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small napkin with what looks to be the Apex Faith's symbol on it, the fake one. And she holds it out in front of you and says, "Well then, you should probably go to Janasta next. They have a branch in Dignity, but you may want to go to the capital if you want to find him. And be careful. As you saw, he has power over us. He can stop our forms altogether. You'll need to become much stronger, brother. Find your spear and reunite yourself with who you are, properly. And then fight father again. With your friends this time. But
And what of you?
I am bound to serve. What they did to you was not the final part. I no longer have a choice. If I see you again, and I'm with one of the members of the faith, I will draw a weapon on you. But for today, I'm just your sister." She then curls her fingers around the napkin and puts it back away in her pocket.
Let's say the next time we meet then, you'll be freed one way or another.
She gives a very out of character, very small smile and kind of lowers her head a little bit. And then does a little curtsy and starts to walk past. You hear her very quietly humming a soft melody to herself as she walks away.
Is it a melody you guys recognize?
No.
Or is it just a
It's just a general of sorts.
Okay. Just wondered if it triggered anything for you.
What? Did you just call her a nerd?
No, I said triggered.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought you,
you-
I thought you said the fucking bird. I was like, yeah, I know.
God damn.
It's a fucking bird.
You guys
I
and your
thought
They've been triggered
birds.
enough today.
I thought you said nerd because she was humming. I was like, what? How did you be a
Fucking nerd.
Singing,
Humming, what a
loser.
nerd.
Okay, guys, we should probably leave. Right.
Can we blow it up
Yes.
yet?
Well, should we blow it up?
I came here with the goal of blowing it up.
Are we still?
And I want to blow it up.
Are we still going to have to leave via the 50 soldiers or whatever is out there?
All I'll
Do
say
we know
is
of
you
any other
guys
way?
noticed that she just left.
If she can just leave, then so can we.
But she,
I don't know if
Well-
it works that way, but okay.
but we have all those guards at the other door where
Yeah,
we left. You know, with the bells and shit.
But
Like,
I thought
they'll
that
let her pass, won't they? But will they let us?
She just left. You can
But-
find out.
did we see where she left?
Well, do we
Which way
go
did she
with
go?
her then?
She left the main way.
Mhm.
Down.
Oh, down.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so are you all going?
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
awkwardly not make
I'm
eye
carrying
contact
my
with anyone.
explosives,
Yeah.
just very sadly, like, I wanna blow something.
Well,
Carry this fucking chest.
All
of-
Fly away. I'm
I want-
gonna.
I want to actually go over and touch the altar.
Oh,
Touch the altar now. He's not here.
You lulled us all into a false sense of security.
yeah. He's like, it's when he's soapia.
He licks it.
the entire thing is made of soap. Oh my god. Yeah, you go to the altar.
Poke, poke.
It's when Trafalgar ascends.
Aaron?
Yeah.
All I got was the altar.
What do you do?
Mhm.
Headphones are broken.
No,
Is it,
I have a set you can buy if you want. I'm trying to sell an old set of headphones. They work really well though.
is it your
It's-
headset, or do you think it's the core? Maybe. I love how we can hear the tapping. We just can't hear you.
You can just hear the frustration, but not the words.
Okay.
He says, I go and touch the.
He licks it,
Touched it.
touches it with his tongue and his
He
penis.
strokes it sensually.
With his penis.
That's what he meant. He was like, I'm asexual. It was for altars. Altars.
I love. Yeah.
So, as you go up, touch the altar as everyone else is walking away. As you place your hand on it, it's got a subtle warmth to the stone. There's still a silent hum of power emanating off of it in the surrounding area. And there's this welling up inside of you where it kind of becomes like a hunger almost, but it's very easy to subside when you move your hand away. But feeling the thrum of all of that power emanating, it urges you a little bit. As well, you notice upon touching it that you now have a lack of power, as
Oh
a
no.
void has been made. Since his anything crazy? No, surprisingly, you don't get any nightmares. With what little remains inside of the tablet, the memories you get are of the only few times in your life where you've been okay to be alongside your brothers. And they flicker very quickly into your head to the point it's almost like whiplash. Yeah. And then pull your hand away. There's no real change, but you feel as if maybe if you did the altar whipped in. As if maybe if you did perform on the altar, that there was something waiting for you on it. But that's not to say that there's no way to reignite it. It's just you don't know how.
Kiss.
Say kiss or piss?
I
Both.
said kiss.
Of course, she said kiss. It's
Alright.
rude.
So,
She
Vanessa,
wants everything to kiss.
all I'm going to say is this place would be a great
I
place to
said
blow up.
kiss, not fuck. Jesus Jesus Christ.
But he's peeing on it.
No, he's apparently fucking it.
Oh, wow.
Gonna fuck it.
Great place to blow up, says the deer.
It's a great place to blow it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we should blow it.
Girl investigation for glory holes in the altar.
I feel like should we blow up this very important altar?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I would
Yeah.
say no. I vote
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I vote yes. Who else is with me?
I'm more concerned if we try to blow it up and it's actually got some innate magic in it. It's
be
going to
fine.
cause more of an issue.
It'll be fine.
Also, what if we want to come back?
Why is it here? Like, what? I don't really understand why.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't we?
Well, when it's active, it's basically indestructible. I don't know about when it's not.
Anything inside of the outer ring is indestructible, comparative to most other things.
So the actual altar wouldn't be destroyed. It still exists underneath the
Well,
rubble.
then I can blow my stuff up, get my off my chest, and it'll be fine.
All I'll tell you is if you're blowing this place up, the place will be buried.
Yeah.
But what if we need to come back here for something?
Then we'll dig it up.
I don't think it would gain as much to blow.
Well,
it
can
up
you at
here.
least take me somewhere where I can use this dynamite? Because Trafalgar's right. I'm gonna fucking blow.
I say we find somewhere where we can seal it off by destroying the entrances and exits to it,
Oh,
but we can still unseal it if we need to. Does that make sense?
And we still don't know if we're gonna have a fight on the way out or not.
well, yeah. Can I blow them up then if we have to fight them? Just let me
Oh,
blow
look.
something.
I mean, it looks like we passed already, guys. We're good. Us four are good. You two,
Yeah.
we're over here already. No!
Yeah. Hey, where are you? Hey, we need to check on the ASMR things that we rescued. Where am I?
Probably
Abandoned
there.
passageway.
Where the fuck am I? You left me! Oh, I'm here.
We didn't know that. Oh, look! He was just stood outside the door the whole time. He didn't
Oh, look
actually
at you.
leave.
Hey, bird face.
Oh, ignore that.
Fucking...
You're not my
I'm
real
not here.
dad.
I don't like you. Okay, it's gone. Why have I got a red thing on me?
Can't remember.
I have the pox. I just
Ah,
why did you give me the
shit.
pox?
Ew. Too much information there.
No,
How
because
dare you slander me like this?
Okay, guys, let's go see if we die.
So
You look like the person I'm closest to.
okay, for the sake of speed on this, because why not? You have the 3 ASMR on your person. Don't worry about the who carries the what. We'll worry about that if you want to do anything speedy. You can zoom out on the map at this point. It really doesn't matter. You've seen anything important. Where do you want to put the bomb?
Stop blowing up! Oh my god, yeah. Did I get permission? Everyone says that I shouldn't.
I'd say we bomb this room.
Right. Remind me again, because I've forgotten now.
Mhm.
The people outside. Are they what are they? Why are we bombing them now? Why are they bad people? They're the people that attacked.
They're the apex. Chloe.
Yeah, that's the one. They're part of that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
thought-
So
I
we
thought
should
the
still
people-
bomb,
I
right?
thought- I was going to say, I thought the people out there were bandits hired.
Yeah, same.
But I
If
would.
they're hired bandits, they're just kind of trying to make a living, right? Like, and I feel like, what's his face, Unreal would maybe he would oppose us blowing them up, considering he was just trying to make ends meet. And
Either we blow them up, or I feed them to my sword.
There's still a possibility that Legion's already been through there and has killed
That's
them all.
true. He told us we could leave.
I thought he just like apparated.
One,
whatever
yeah,
the
one,
equivalent is.
or Legion was probably the person who hired them anyway.
Yeah, he's the boss. He's the boss.
Yeah, just blow up the corridor. Let's all start leaving.
But are we gaining anything by blowing it up?
Yeah, I get. To blow
We're stopping.
something up.
We're stopping other people from accessing the altar.
You can leave safely. You go to the end exit, and I will blow it up, and I have expeditious retreat. I can run really fast.
Like Chorus is leaving. Do 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 do. This door's locked. I can't get out.
Haha, you can never
I'm going
leave.
to turn. I'm going to turn to Esatari and just ask for her final opinion.
Aha.
But I'm going to give her like puppy dog eyes, like please let me blow it up.
Ask the good one, can I blow something up?
Yeah, but if she says no, I won't.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Should we make it a roll thing rather than you just deciding?
No,
Like,
it's
shall I
like
try and persuade you.
I think it's possibly. I think anything powerful enough to use the altar will not be impeded by us blowing up the passageway. I think it's not going to gain us anything. I think it might be a waste of a bomb, but if it will make you happy.
Oh,
Also,
so cute.
there
But you
are-
said waste of a bomb.
but there are people.
Could
There are
I use the bomb elsewhere?
there are people who are stupid enough to attempt to use it.
No.
And what would happen? What would happen if someone tried to use it and they fucked it up? They could cause more of an issue.
What, the altar?
Yeah, if someone tried to use the altar for like to bring back their dead wife or something.
Yeah, but they said the power of the altar is influenced by the power of the person using it. So someone who's like that
It's a bit
wouldn't
shit.
wouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff with it anyway.
But what? How do you know it doesn't have a failsafe that like it does something horrific to people who aren't worthy?
The torch! Who the fuck is the torch?
No, I'm saying it doesn't seem the best choice to me, but I won't stop her.
I mean, it seems to me she's really invested in a.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if Esatari says no, then I'll.
I didn't say no. I just don't think it's necessary.
She just cautioned you.
Here's my dilemma, because the more I think about it, the worse an idea it seems. So I kind of either want to do it now, or I don't want to do it at all.
Alright, here's the real question. Nobody answered just yet, but the collective conscience needs to be set in favour of one way or another anyway. So it's either blow up a hallway to it, or the majority toward it so it's not easy to access, or blow the whole place up. So
I want to just block it. I don't want to blow the entire thing down. I just want to block the altar.
So Erin, what are you in favour of? Hallway or the entire thing?
Same.
Chloe, hallway or the entire thing?
Yeah. You didn't use my proper name.
Alright.
Anessa.
Anessa. Fuck me, sorry. I'm the DM and you don't always call me DM.
Okay, from now on, everyone must call Lee Dungeon Daddy.
Oh no.
Let's
You
go.
No.
My friends were talking to these guys in this bar in Preston, and this guy was trying to speak to me, and I was like, oh, it was like, oh, he
Oh,
messaged
yeah.
you. I was like, oh, my dungeon master's coming to meet us, and he was like, you fucking what?
Woo, my dungeon master's coming to see me.
I
I was
forgot
like, it's
about
not what
that.
it sounds like, but if that'll make you leave me alone, fine. Oh my god. Well, they seem
Okay.
like really nerdy guys as well, so I thought they might get it, and he was just like, what the fuck? But then the other guy was like, oh, it's that Dungeons and Dragons, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can talk to you.
So how many
Right,
votes we got?
It's 3 for hallway,
I'm in favour
so
of bombing it. I will. When you say entire thing, just like this entire cabin, yeah?
yeah. So if you bomb the cathedral, the entire thing will fall down. So at the
Let's go hallway. I'll go hallway.
okay, well that's already a majority. So now the question is, yay or nay in regards to actually doing it. Erin, yay or nay? Chloe, I'm assuming yes. So Rachel already
Well,
yes.
I want to see what Brewin and Esatari think.
Brewin, Esatari.
I'm the one who's undecided at the moment.
Brewin,
Yeah,
Esatari,
you're not.
yay or
You
nay?
really want to do it.
I really want to do it, but I don't want to do a bad thing and have Esatari being disappointed in me.
Well, if you're feeling free to want to bomb the place, sure. And in the long run, it might, well, deny other people who might try to use it for its wrongdoings access to it. But at the
We came
same
here to
time,
vomit. I'm gonna
if
go
we
vomit.
want to come back here, we can't come back. But you're free to do what you like.
I mean, we can come
We'll
back.
we'll
We've
come
gotta
back.
clear it.
If we come back, we'll find a way. Right, let's go. Where do I put it?
Don't worry about moving. Save you time and effort.
Oh.
You place it in the middle of the altar.
Oh, I've got to go around all the doors.
In the altar? I thought
Oh,
we were
no.
leaving it in the middle of the hallway.
Oh,
Yeah, the hallway.
oh, sorry, yeah,
Stuck.
in the middle of the hall.
Oh no. Oh, okay. I did it.
So
That
you
was an adventure.
place it in the middle of the hallway. It does
Yeah.
have a short fuse to it.
It does.
What
I
are you
wanna move.
using to light it?
Well, Trafalgar, come with me.
It goes all the way
Using
back.
Trafalgar to light it.
Trafalgar had an idea about it being a delay thing, so yeah.
Ah.
Trafalgar!
Just picture her using like a matchstick and striking it off Trafalgar.
Just the bot.
Look, you
Oh,
scared
it's
him
not.
away.
No, Trafalgar, come back! You gotta help me. It was your idea to use the delay thing. There was a grenade. You had the grenade.
Yeah,
didn't
no,
you?
you've got my grenade. I gave you
Mhm.
my
I've
grenade.
got the grenade. Well, I think I need a supervisor, and Trafalgar's fast.
Okay. So you get.
Just remind me how fast you are with your expeditious retreat.
I've got a 30 speed. I can also make you gas. Oh wait, that means you don't move at that fast actually. I have Phantom Steed, which moves at 100 feet, and we
Yeah.
can both get on it because it's quite big. It's a large horse-like creature,
Right. One sec.
and it's not concentration either. So I can do that, and we can move 10 miles in an hour, or 13 miles at a fast pace. So we can clear this thing, right, Lee?
Mhm.
Okay, so we'll do Phantom Steed,
Okay.
and I'll do it over here so we can show. Where are you?
We're just doing
It's by
this
the
on.
door.
We're doing this on a fast bit by bit kind of thing.
Theatre
Okay.
of the mind bit right
Are you
now.
with me, Trafalgar? Did you come with me? Or did
Apparently,
anyone come with me? I guess it doesn't have to be you now. I've got this horse.
So you
Okay,
go
we
there.
I'll come with you. I'll come with you. I feel like dying.
the whole
Right. Okay.
Okay, the
right,
whole
I'm gonna-
party
I'm gonna
goes
give-
there. You drop the bomb. You all jump on the horse. The horse goes, oh fuck!
No, the horse can't carry us.
I
I know. I
know.
want to do it. I want to do it properly. What's the thing for throwing? Is it athletics?
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm not gonna
Right.
give you big rules for that shit.
Oh, okay.
Can if you want.
Well,
I think it's fun.
Okay.
But what if you fuck up?
You kill
Hey,
everybody.
I die. It's fine. I did do it. I did what I loved.
I'm assuming the dead bodies there are some cloth, right? They have some cloth on them.
Which ones? In the
The
coffins?
corpses that I found.
Oh, well, you can just take off
Found.
their jackets.
You mean
So,
you mean made?
we definitely.
I didn't make those corpses. You got no proof.
I definitely didn't. I don't think I hit one of them.
I don't think I did either. I can't remember.
Okay, so I might have killed 2 of them,
You
but
made
like,
yeah.
I think I killed 2 or 3 of them, and Brewin killed 1.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't.
oh, also I've got to
Cool.
quickly veto something.
Oh,
I should have been more specific about your sword, by the way, because
oh.
the sword itself doesn't apparate out of nowhere. Your katana becomes the Sin Eater.
Oh.
There you go.
So when I try to throw it, where does it go?
Disappears.
So is it
My
in, like?
katana disappears.
Mhm.
And then it's in your hand.
Is it on another plane, kind of a thing?
Something like that.
Oh. Okay.
You can
well,
summon it
either way, I'm
whenever
gonna
you
start
want.
throwing shit around.
Mhm.
Gotta learn to love it.
So,
Right.
who's actually there? It's Anessa and... Who?
Trafalgar, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some strips of cloth from these guys on the way there,
Mhm.
or from whoever. There were some dead guys in the altar room. as well.
Yep.
They were pretty close. And then I want to use some of the oil that I have in my burglar's pack.
Oil?
Yeah.
This was a fucking match made in heaven. We're gonna light everything on fire. Yeah! I got the bomb, you got the oil.
I'm gonna soak the bits of cloth in the oil, and then lay it down as like a bit of a longer fuse up to the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a tinder box for lighting fires.
Oh my god.
He's a little criminal.
I'm assuming Anessa is now on the horse.
Yeah, I got the horse ready. I've passed it, I'm ready.
Right.
My body is ready.
My horse is ready.
I'm gonna light the oil-soaked rags,
And
and then
start
jump on this horse and run away and hope that it fucking actually blows this bomb up.
Shall I roll the grenade into the altar room as well, just for good measure?
Oh yeah, you
Do
could do that.
athletics
Don't
check.
waste my grenade!
Do that.
Athletics
Oh
check.
wait, you want me to keep the grenade? Okay.
So as you light
I'll keep the grenade.
the oil-soaked rag, it immediately sets ablaze, and you turn around watching it. You see the fire start to consume the rag and start to spread slowly across. And by that point, you've already giddy up out towards that hallway, leading back. After galloping away very swiftly, everyone upstairs, what would you be doing in that moment?
Oh yeah, is this directly underneath? No, it's not. Right?
So, can we get that door open now? Because it was
Oh my god, we didn't open the
before.
door.
Because that was all blocked by like tons of
Wait,
shit.
they
I
were
opened
opening
it,
it, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I opened it already.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there was
I think it was open.
It was opened by Megan.
Whee!
yeah.
I'll
But
say
there
it
was like
yeah.
loads of shit blocking the way as well.
These
It's
aces are
fine.
with us.
I'm full of a lot of rage, so
No.
I don't mind doing some heavy lifting right now.
Ooh, I can move these.
Rage, hunger. He's hungry.
You know
Oh
what,
my
mate?
god,
I've got a list now, and you're going on the top of it if you don't stop.
we haven't
Not a
seen
good
these
list
ones,
either.
right?
It's fine. I don't
No.
have anything left anyway.
Oh, that's true.
Oh no!
I literally can't do the one thing I want to do.
Oh my god, we
Like,
only
they
found
can't
3
use
of
me.
them.
You guys
Wait,
at the top.
who's pinging that?
Me, because I think we missed them,
Hmm.
and
No,
we only
they're
had
dead.
3,
They're
right?
dead. They're
No,
dead
they're
bodies.
the ones.
They're on,
Oh, they're
corpses.
bodies. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind then.
you
I
guys
thought they were ones that we
you
missed.
guys uncovered them earlier. I say earlier that time when when you guys were still peeking about the place and trying to open
Yeah, that was
the door.
ages ago. Yeah. well-
Exactly.
Right. Am I galloping along this corridor yet? Am I that fast? I don't know.
Half
I
and
just
half.
moved myself.
You all push the door open. There's nothing blocking the way. There are still small bits of debris and whatnot, but it's not enough to stop you from opening the door. You hear the bells jingle above you, but you know now that means nothing. As you walk out toward the next set of doors, keeping the door open for the inevitable from the massive ass horse that's currently coming your way,
Oh yeah.
you go to the next door and push at it, listening in first, but you hear nothing but the sound of silence from behind it. And as you push the outside door open, a smidge, who would be at the front doing so? Opening the last door.
Me.
Okay. So as you open up the door, you peek your head out a little bit and look around. You see a slaughterhouse. There is nothing but red-coloured dirt, made a wondrous crimson by a severe battle.
Do I feel hungry?
No, but you feel a sense of familiarity.
I want to bend down if there's any corpses nearby and dip my finger in and like lick it and see if I get any reaction.
You take a dip kind of lick it with that curiosity. And similar to when you use your psychic sensations on people, you do feel a source of pleasure from it, but there's no additional need for it. You aren't required by it. Not to mention the sun is out and you're not bursting into flames, so...
Interesting.
As you look around, the once fortified defences, the long and tall standing fences that blocked a lot of the place off from immediate access, have been torn apart in places, and a lot of the tents and the walls that made this place a grounds, a small village-like area, have all been torn apart, and blood is smeared in weird places. The thatched roofs are now completely wrecked, and you see the general viscera of the bandits strewn across everything. Each of them have either arrow wounds or bladed wounds of some variety. And as you one by one make your way out, as Erin and Anessa, Trafalgar and Anessa, because apparently we've been weird with names now, are like strutting out the front door, you guys are shook for a moment as you hear and you feel the ground shift underneath your feet. Not enough for the plates beneath your feet to move, but you do turn around and see that a large portion of the mound that used to be a roof for this place suddenly sinks in a couple of inches. And as you look inside, you can see what once was a straight path has now dipped down slightly diagonally. And you can hear the sounds of rocks tumbling and filling up the area inside.
Woohoo!
The area noted on the map is completely submerged by rock.
Ha ha ha! We did it! We did it! I hold my hand up to Trafalgar as a high five.
I
Yeah.
slap it.
I slap her on the face.
Hey, I don't even care. You could have slapped me in the face right now, and I'll just be like, yeah,
Yeah, fucking hit me.
hit me, bitch.
Is there anyone else nearby? Like, can we see Kier?
As everyone comes up and the explosion happens, after maybe recoiling or at least being interrupted by it, you each look around. The area is dusted by probably a recent sandstorm. You look toward the mountain where you saw him, or you saw him perched at least, and you can see a couple of figures. You can see Kier specifically stood on top of the mountain, looking over towards you, a hand over his eyes blocking the sunlight. And you can see other figures dressed in slightly normal robes, like base robes. And you also see a couple of people dressed with very familiar guard robes from a lovely little bridgeside town. Some of them,
they just came to watch us blow up stuff.
some of them are smeared with blood. Others are bloodied themselves.
Oh no.
Each with weapons readied and assorted equipment. They seem to have made a big tent and are currently tended to any that were wounded. By the look of things, they were involved in this fight. But given how bad the gore was, and is, they were not the only things that fought.
Legion.
How dare you.
Damn.
So, as you all make your way out into the sunshine once more, heading up towards the cliff top to see Kier and get a report and talk to some of the survivors, that will be Sashion.
Traumatized.
Good.
Again.
Extremely happy about the blowing things up. Forgotten about everyone's trauma. Just happy. Sorry.
Things got blown.
Can I use my wings and stuff?
Yep.
Oh.
I will give
Welcome
you.
to the welcome to the Got Wings Club.
So what did Essa
Oh
target
yeah.
and all of that?
Nothing.
I missed that bit. Nothing.
No.
So you stayed the same. I got things taken away from me.
Mhm.
Everyone else got cool shit.
Chloe didn't.
I was the same. I didn't do anything either. But I got
And
to blow up in it.
technically, you didn't get anything taken away from you. You can still use the soap and get your skills.
But he'll.
You now know.
It will feed this evil nightmare dude.
Hey,
Well,
you're technically feeding my pseudo dad.
Pseudodad.
Is that enough to make you quit?
I'm gonna go
Hey,
tell
it's
your
like
mother.
your pseudo granddad.
Oh,
then.
you
It's like
fucking
our-
tell my mom, I don't care.
Oh god, yeah no. And where did you say we needed to go next? Janasta?
That's where
Janastra, I think it was,
Brewin
yeah.
needs to go next.
Oh, that's
Well,
Brewin
where
needs to
Brewing
go.
goes, we go. So, you know.
Cool.
Isn't it?
But there was
We're
also the
going.
implication we need to do some leveling up before we get there.
We're going home then, boys.
Did we level up from that?
No.
No.
Not even close,
do-
baby.
I just want my 4th level spell.
I just, oh god.
Sorry,
Are
I'm
you
just doing.
okay?
I just.
We've not checked in with you properly yet. Are you all good?
You can have an in-character chat if you want. Or out. I'm pretty sure she needs both.
Lycoris is traumatized.
I'll check up on her next session, but for now I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it means anything, Brewin seems somewhat more nonchalant.
Brewin's like, I am finally at peace.
The
I got
weirder shit
those,
gets, the more chill out he is. Like, we
Yeah.
met him and he was so uptight, and he's just getting more and more like, alright then.
This is
Yeah,
fine.
you say so uptight. You now see why.
I kind of want him to multi-class like a monk or something and just be like really chill, but just that'd be cool.
In case I forget, I want Lycoris to ask if there's any way that we can have ownership of this bit of land.
You mean the only
Well, the
other
land
way
I
which
just-
no one actually owns, I think.
But what I mean is like if Alden will let us have like a pseudo ban on the area. As much as they're able. Just for
Stop
us.
people from going to the altar.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, why is there a ban on that one bit of land? Let's go find out.
Because it's owned by a crazy lady with a sword, that's why.
A
I
bloody gory
don't think there's much tourism here as it is, to be honest.
I want to own that land. I will rebuild the little house and I'll go and live here. I can't go to towns anymore because they're full of sinners, so I might as well just
Close
live
to
in
my
beyond
dad,
the void.
right? My spell daddy.
Oh my god.
Can I go check in on him at some point?
Yeah.
I'm gonna live here now. I want that area to be my house.
Shame you just blew it up, but okay.
I was queen of here
Yeah.
once.
Does
I thought it
anyone
was like-
recognize you here then?
I thought it was like a little village.
It is.
I wonder if anyone would recognise you, like, because now you've got other parts of your previous form.
It was a long time
It was
ago.
a while ago.
Yeah, but still, there might be other people that are as old as
Yeah,
you. around.
I want us to have ownership of this little village place. As much as
You
Alden
mean
will
avoid.
allowed it. Yeah. We destroyed the people that live here, so technically it's free game.
Well, I don't
Well,
think we killed
they
anyone here.
destroyed them.
Yeah.
They did. We did fuck all.
Yeah.
We damaged it all.
But that means that technically Alden destroyed it, which means they can bequeath it to us.
Maybe that's our reward for protecting
She's a
them.
lawyer.
She is.
I want this house.
Tough shit.
This one. Fuck you, Trafalgar! You're sleeping here! You're sleeping here, Trafalgar!
Oh, god damn it. I want this one.
This is mine and Esatari's house.
But surely Essetor... Fine, I want the big house then.
What? Which?
Yeah.
I thought you said you wanted this
Yeah.
No, I changed my mind, I want the big house.
one. Oh my god. I just want the nice rug. It's pretty. I
Yeah,
think
so
Esatari would like it.
We're living here, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I like
It's
that you accepted you're living with me.
It's empty. I want to go find some gold. I've got to make this trip worth it somewhere, somehow.
Hey, how was the blowing it up not worth it? It was
I didn't
great.
earn anything from that.
This is
I
my
enjoyed
house
it.
now.
A lot. Probably more than I should.
So, Brewin, you can have the house near mine, because I don't want Trafalgar near me.
No, I want this one. It's technically
that-
on the edge of town.
I thought that was a stable.
I think this is yours over here. This is the only one left for you, Trafalgar.
No, this one's mine. This one.
Isn't that a stable?
You've heard of converted
Sleep in
barns,
your
right?
car.
Oh fine, you can live
You
in a
sleep in a
converted
car, yeah.
barn. I don't live in a car, it got destroyed.
No, that was a
Why do you
different
make cart
car.
faces in?
And that's why I have a big house, because my cart can live in the other room.
God. Family.
No, I need a room for all my trauma.
You sound like my old uni housemate.
And on
She
this
had
shelf,
the
it's
spare
my
room as
first
her
trauma.
This occurred when I was.
There you go, Lee. It's canon now. We own this village,
Well,
No say
And-
in this matter.
we'll see about that.
and Legion is a birdman.
I'll have you
Yeah.
know, I'm still God.
Also, does this not look like a chest to you? Because it looks
Please.
like a chest to me. And this has got a skull on it, and I want to look at it.
That's why I want that room,
Not that
because
I
it's
can
got a
see it, 'cause
skull
I
in it
can't
and it
see
fits
why.
my aesthetic. I thought that was a bearskin rug, not a.
Already polluting before anyone else says anything.
Cool.
That's a chest.
Ah, it crashed.
Please God, let us have a house.
Oh no!
Every time we get a campaign where we manage to own a house, the campaign ends.
We already have a house in Alden.
Well, I don't
No, we
want
don't.
that one anymore.
Yeah, we given some place in Alden.
Oh, I couldn't
Were
hear
we?
anything.
Hmm.
Hello, I'm sorry. Oh, I can
I
hear you
don't want
again.
that house. I want a village.
We were given a house? No.
I think we were given a
rooms,
house.
right?
We were given a house to board in, but I don't think it's our house. God,
well,
were
we
we
gone
given
from
a
a house
house?
to a village now, so.
You
God,
were
can we have the village? But can we have the village?
gonna
I
have to
think we
figure
have
that
to
out
discuss
next
with
time, aren't you?
Alden's
Really?
locals.
Okay.
Right.
Megan needs to go to bed.
Yeah.
So that's not a no. So
No,
I'm
and
happy
if
with
we
that.
do get the village, we have already decided on the sleeping arrangements. That's the
Exactly.
important point. Alright, so
Next
Now that that's settled, it's bedtime.
big question. How much
Yeah.
gold do I find looting this place?
2 silver.
A copper. Half a copper piece that has been bitten in half.
Half a copper piece. Okay, I'll add that.
We will figure all that out next week because I have to tell you some things anyway.
Yeah, I need
Oh, nice. That means there's something good. Right. Okay.
Any
I mean,
stuff
that's
that
not
needs
fussed
doing
up.
on my sheet, Lee, you just do whatever the fuck you want. I'll just sort it out.
I have
I'll read through it later.
got the thing for you. 1 second.
There's a
Right.
thing.
Well, I am going to bed unless there's anything else.
same.
Good night!
Oh, have
Thanks
a
for
good
blowing
night,
shit up
guys.
with me!
Anytime.
So
Anytime.
exciting! Well, she's got a thing for it now. She likes blood, she likes explosions.
Nice.
Alright.
She's a hybrid of Darkus
Rachel.
and Megamin.
Rachel in
Have a good
the items is
Bye.
Sin Eater,
Oi.
and it has got some bits on it.
Oh. Good
Where is
night.
this? No.
It's in party people items.
Oh, found it. Oh shit. Okay.
Welcome to reading.